In the realm of quantum physics, one of the most fascinating theories that has emerged is the many worlds interpretation. This concept captivates not only those with scientific backgrounds, but anyone intrigued by the nature of reality and the universe. At its core, the many worlds interpretation suggests an astonishing idea that every decision we make leads to the creation of a new, parallel universe, each with its own unique outcome. To understand this theory, let's begin with the fundamental principles of quantum mechanics. Traditional interpretations of quantum mechanics often hinge on the idea that particles exist in multiple states until observed, at which point they collapse into a single outcome. However, the many worlds interpretation takes a different approach. Instead of collapsing into one reality upon observation, every possible outcome of a quantum event occurs, but in separate, branching universes. Imagine you are standing at a crossroads. You can either go left or right. In the traditional view, once you make your choice, you progress along one path, and the other option vanishes, never to be realized. However, according to the many worlds interpretation, there exists a universe in which you chose left and another in which you went right. Each decision creates a branch, resulting in countless parallel realities coexisting simultaneously. Picture this on a larger scale, say with historical events. When we think about significant moments in history, the choices made by individuals can lead to vastly different outcomes. For example, what if a famous historical figure had chosen a different path? Perhaps a renowned scientist decided not to pursue their studies, or a bold leader made a different decision during a pivotal moment in history. In the many worlds framework, for each of these alternative choices, a new universe springs into existence. There could be a world where a groundbreaking invention was never created, or one where a major conflict took a completely different turn. This interpretation not only presents an intriguing play on choices, but also begins to peel back layers on the nature of fate and destiny. If every decision creates a new universe, does that mean we are destined to explore every possibility in some form? This leads to a philosophical marvel. Every action, no matter how trivial, might echo across the multiverse. For some people, this spurs thoughts about the consequences of actions, or even the freedom of choice itself. Let's delve into a more personal scenario. Consider the simple act of choosing what to have for breakfast. In one universe, you opt for a classic omelet, loaded with vegetables and cheese, starting your day on a savory note. In another universe, you choose pancakes, drenched in syrup, delighting in sweet flavors. Each choice brings with it a cascade of other decisions and experiences, potentially leading to entirely different daily outcomes. Perhaps the omelet leads you to feel energized and motivated, making you brave enough to tackle a challenging project. Meanwhile, the pancake choice might lead to a more relaxed day, spent enjoying leisure activities. Greater than an individual choice, each path carves out a reality filled with unique experiences, emotions, and events. The ripple effects of our decisions also stretch beyond the individual. Picture a group of friends deciding on a weekend activity. One friend suggests hiking, while another proposes a picnic. In the many worlds interpretation, both activities occur in their respective universes. One group enjoys breathtaking views surrounded by nature, while in another, friends revel in laughter and camaraderie under the warm sun. Each experience, with its distinct memories and joys, creates intricate tapestries of interconnected lives, unveiling the complex web that our choices weave. Moreover, the many worlds interpretation ignites curiosity within the realms of science fiction and speculative literature. It invites stories where characters might journey between an array of universes, encountering alternate versions of themselves or confronting the paradoxes of their choices. Such narratives allow for a playful exploration of identity, consequence, and the human experience on a grand scale. Yet, one might wonder about the implications of parallel universes on our everyday life. Although we might not directly traverse between them, the notion can foster a sense of wonder and appreciation for the myriad paths available to us. Each moment is a precious opportunity to make choices, however minor they may seem. The theory encourages an open mindset about possibilities and the inevitable complexity of existence. In considering the many worlds interpretation, we confront our thirst for answers about life and the universe. It leads us to ponder what lies beyond the limitations of our perception. The idea that numerous realities exist, each informed by the choices made, cultivates both awe and humility. Whether we embrace the mysteries or challenge the intricacies of life, the many worlds interpretation offers a treasure trove of thought, captivating the imagination and stretching the boundaries of understanding. In conclusion, the many worlds interpretation challenges us to rethink reality and our role within it. With every decision branching out into infinite possibilities, we start to grasp the vastness of existence and the beauty of joy. From simple daily decisions to the monumental moments that define our lives, it illustrates an engaging view of reality, one where every possibility unfolds in its own universe, rich and vibrant, with unique experiences just waiting to be explored. The Mandela effect is a fascinating phenomenon that has captured the attention of many people around the world. It refers to the occurrence where a large group of people remembers an event, fact, or detail differently from how it actually happened. The term was coined by Fiona Broome after she discovered that she, along with many others, believed that Nelson Mandela had died in prison in the 1980s. In reality, Mandela was released in 1990 and went on to become the president of South Africa, living until 2013. This collective misremembering sparked curiosity and led to discussions about alternate realities, false memories, and the nature of human recollection. One of the most popular examples of the Mandela effect involves the children's book series, featuring the character Curious George. Many individuals distinctly remember that Curious George had a tail. However, upon revisiting the books or watching the shows, they find that he has always been tailless. This raises intriguing questions about how we form memories and why so many people share this false recollection. Another commonly cited instance relates to the Berenstain Bears, a beloved children's book series. A significant number of people insist that the name of the bears was spelled as Berenstain with an E instead of Berenstain with an A. This memory disparity is so prevalent that it has led many to speculate about the existence of alternate timelines or realities where different versions of events unfolded. The idea that an entire generation could misremember something so fundamental ignites a sense of wonder and curiosity about the mind's intricate workings. The phenomenon isn't limited to fictional characters and books. Consider the peanut butter brand Jif. A substantial population recalls the brand as Jiffy, mixing it up with another brand called Jiffy Corn Muffin Mixticar. This slip of memory creates confusion and dialogue around how our memories can intertwine, leading to collective fallacies that feel entirely real. Even movie quotes have not escaped the grasp of the Mandela effect. Take the famous movie line from Star Wars, "The Empire Strikes Back." Many fans confidently claim that Darth Vader said, "Luke, I am your father." However, in the actual film, he says, "No, I am your father." This misquote has permeated popular culture to such an extent that it's often repeated, demonstrating how easily memories can be distorted over time. Food brands have also become a canvas for the Mandela effect. The popular snack, fruit of the loom, is often remembered by many as featuring a cornucopia overflowing with fruits. However, in reality, the logo has never included a cornucopia. This shared memory creates a disconnect between perception and actuality, emphasizing the strange nature of collective memory misalignment. The conversations surrounding the Mandela effect extend beyond mere curiosity. They touch on deep philosophical and psychological questions. Neuroscientists and psychologists have begun to explore how memory works and why we experience these discrepancies. There are various theories, including false memories, where the brain reconstructs memories based on hints and information rather than storing an exact replica of events. It's a reminder that memory is not a perfect recording. It's an active process that can change and adapt over time. Some theories even suggest that the Mandela effect points to the idea of parallel universes or alternate timelines. The notion is captivating. What if these collective memories are glimpses into another version of our reality? It presents an intriguing possibility that perhaps our consciousness can access different timelines where things occur differently. While this remains a topic of speculation, it undoubtedly fuels the imagination and invites us to ponder the vastness of existence and perception. As more examples emerge, the Mandela effect continues to expand the conversation about human memory and the complexities of awareness. It encourages us to reflect on our cognitive processes and how personal experiences shape our understanding of reality. We often think of memory as a solid, unchanging aspect of ourselves, but the Mandela effect reveals that our internal narratives can be far more fluid and complex. New instances of the Mandela effect prompt conversations across social media, forums, and everyday discussions. People share their experiences, some recalling events that others swear did not happen, leading to lively debates. This phenomenon connects us through shared disbelief and wonder, creating a community bound by the intriguing notion of collective misremembering. In exploring the Mandela effect, we also learn about the importance of skepticism and the need to question our own recollections. Our memories may feel real and vivid, but they can also be deceptive. This realization encourages a healthier relationship with our own experiences and with the experiences of others. Ultimately, the Mandela effect serves as a fascinating lens through which we can examine human cognition, memory, and our understanding of reality. It invites us to engage in a collective journey of reflection, exploration, and, perhaps, a bit of mystery. As we navigate the complexities of memory, we embrace the wonder that comes from discovering how we all share this extraordinary ability to perceive and interpret the world around us in unique and often surprising ways. Imagine if everything you perceive, sights, sounds, and even thoughts, are all part of an elaborate design, much like a video game created by a masterful programmer. This is the essence of the simulated reality hypothesis, a fascinating proposition that challenges our understanding of existence and reality itself. The idea suggests that what we consider real may actually be a simulation, akin to a highly advanced virtual environment. Think about the advanced computer simulations that we have today. Game developers create vibrant worlds where players can interact with environments, characters, and complex narratives, all governed by lines of code. Now, contemplate the possibility that our physical reality operates in a similar manner, crafted by beings whose intelligence and technology vastly surpass our own. At its core, the simulated reality hypothesis posits that if civilizations continue to progress technologically, they might eventually develop the capability to create hyper-realistic simulations of their universe. This could be done for various purposes, like scientific research, entertainment, or mere curiosity. Just as we simulate ecosystems or historical events to learn about them, what if advanced beings are running simulations of their own reality? Consider this. Every time you make a choice, interact with another person, or even feel an emotion, it's all part of a complex program that may have been designed to study behavior, evolution, or consciousness itself. The boundaries of our reality could be dictated by a set of algorithms so intricate that the inhabitants, including us, would have no way of discerning the simulated nature of their existence. Several philosophical implications arise from this hypothesis. If what we experience is just a simulation, it raises questions about free will and destiny. Are our choices truly our own, or are they predetermined by the parameters of the simulation? This echoes the age-old philosophical debate of determinism versus free will, now paired with a modern technological twist. Imagine examining your life as if each decision were a choice in a simulation rather than a suffix of fate. The discussion of the simulated reality hypothesis is not limited to science fiction. It has gained traction in academic circles, prompting scholars and thinkers to ponder the implications. For example, renowned philosopher Nick Bostrom argues that if simulations are indeed possible, it's probable that we are already living in one. He suggests that advanced civilizations might create numerous simulations, leading to a substantial number of simulated beings compared to those who exist in the real world. In this scenario, the likelihood that your consciousness originates from a real universe diminishes significantly. Furthermore, the advancements in technology, particularly in virtual reality and artificial intelligence, make this hypothesis even more relatable. We are continually seeking to create experiences that seem real. As virtual reality becomes more immersive, the lines between authentic experiences and simulated ones blur. The more we create these experiences, the more plausible the simulated reality hypothesis becomes. It makes one reflect on the depth of our own experiences and the nature that dictates them. If we accept the possibility of being in a simulation, it could lead to a sense of wonder and curiosity. There could be countless layers of existence, with each layer offering a different perspective and understanding. Engaging with this idea might inspire a thirst for knowledge, urging you to explore beyond the boundaries of perceived reality. It encourages a quest for understanding, pushing boundaries, seeking enlightenment, and unraveling the fabric that makes up the universe. Moreover, the implications of simulated existence could reshape our ethical perspectives. If individuals in simulations experience consciousness and emotions akin to our own, how should we regard them? This question spans right into the territory of artificial intelligence and the morality of creating sentient beings that may possess feelings and desires, raising ethical concerns. In contemplating the simulated reality hypothesis, think of it as an invitation to be more inquisitive, exploring not only the possible boundaries of current understanding, but also the potential for unseen realities. It calls for a playful imagination. Consider the tapestry of life, where every thread could be woven by a higher power, an advanced civilization, or an artificial intelligence beyond our comprehension. Beyond our comprehension. This exploration of reality, existence, and consciousness can lead to profound insights. It inspires a sense of interconnectedness with everything around us, urging us to appreciate our experiences and interactions. Each moment becomes significant, not just in terms of existence, but also within the grander scheme of the universe and the potential realities that lie beyond our perception. As you navigate through life, remember to approach your experiences with wonder and curiosity. The simulated reality hypothesis prompts you to question, explore, and embrace the mysteries of existence. It encourages you to dive deep into the infinite realms of possibilities, blending science, philosophy, and imagination into a fluid tapestry of thought. Retrocausality is a fascinating concept in the realm of physics that challenges our conventional understanding of time and causation. The traditional way we think about the sequence of events is linear. Causes lead to effects in a forward direction through time. We believe that the past influences the present, and the present, in turn, shapes the future. However, retrocausality introduces the idea that the future can also have an effect on the past, creating a more complex and interconnected understanding of time. To fully grasp retrocausality, we must first dive into the world of quantum mechanics, where particles behave in ways that often defy common intuition. In quantum mechanics, the behavior of elementary particles can appear probabilistic, and it's influenced by observation, which creates a curious interplay between the observer and the observed. Some interpretations of quantum mechanics propose that events can be influenced by future states, leading to the idea that choices made in the future might have an impact on past events. Imagine a situation where a person makes a decision based on information they have not yet gathered. In a retrocausal framework, the future decision could somehow send information back in time, altering the conditions of the past that led to the choice in the first place. This concept raises intriguing philosophical implications about free will and determinism. If our future actions can shape the past, the nature of choice becomes more intricate. Do we genuinely make independent decisions, or are those decisions influenced by a future we cannot yet perceive? One example, often used to illustrate retrocausality, is the famous double-slit experiment. In this experiment, particles such as electrons can display both wave-like and particle-like behavior. When not observed, they pass through two slits simultaneously, creating an interference pattern. However, when an observer measures which slit the particle goes through, the wave function collapses, and the particle behaves as a particle, going through only one slit. Some theorists suggest that if we could somehow influence the measurement method from the future, it could potentially alter how the particle behaved in the past. This might mean that our decisions about measuring or not measuring can change the reality of how quantum systems evolve. Another interesting angle to consider is the concept of time travel. While time travel remains largely in the realm of science fiction, speculative theories propose that if time travel becomes possible, it could allow effects from the future to impact the past. This invites mind-bending scenarios, where actions taken in the future could lead to paradoxes or the alteration of timelines. Imagine you travel back to a major historical event. Depending on your actions, you could unintentionally change the course of history, leading to a diverging reality from the one you originally knew. Retrocausality is not just confined to theoretical physics. It has implications across various fields, including philosophy and metaphysics. This notion invites questions about the nature of existence and reality. If the future can impact the past, what does this mean for our understanding of time? Is time a fixed continuum, or is it more like a river with multiple branching paths? Philosophers have pondered these questions for centuries, and retrocausality adds a new layer of complexity to the ongoing debate. In the grand scheme of the universe, retrocausality challenges us to think beyond the confines of our linear perception of time. It encourages us to explore the interconnectedness of events, and how they may ripple through time in ways we cannot fully understand. As we continue to unravel the complexities of the universe, retrocausality may hold keys to unlocking deeper insights about space, time, and consciousness. The intrigue of retrocausality inspires endless curiosity and creativity, urging us to imagine scenarios where our perception of cause and effect is transformed. Could future technological advancements allow us to communicate with our past selves? Could certain choices lead to entirely different realities based on outcomes not yet known? These questions inspire thought experiments and provoke discussions among scientists, philosophers, and enthusiasts of speculative fiction alike. Regardless of how retrocausality may manifest or affect our understanding of the universe, it serves as a reminder of the endless mysteries that remain. The exploration of time and its intricacies is far from complete. Every new discovery in the field of quantum physics adds layers to our comprehension of existence, pushing the boundaries of the known and the unknown. As research continues to evolve, retrocausality remains an area full of potential and ambiguity. It beckons the adventurous mind to delve deeper, inviting moments of reflection on how our choices today could echo into the past, and perhaps even how tomorrow unfolds. Embracing this intricate dance of time can lead us to a richer understanding of our universe, opening doors to realities we have yet to explore. In the vast expanse of human culture, myths often serve as windows to the deeper intricacies of our minds and our shared experiences. One such enchanting tale is the Mandela Forest myth, a story that blends the surreal with the mystical, inviting those who hear it to ponder the nature of reality itself. Picture a forest, a realm of towering trees, dappled sunlight filtering through the leaves, and a whisper of wind that dances through the branches. The Mandela Forest, as the story goes, is not merely a geographic location. It exists in a liminal space, somewhere between our known world and a place of shifting realities. The tree trunks are beautiful, their bark embellished with intricate patterns that seem to shift and change depending on the observer's perspective. Imagine walking through this forest with companions, creating a sense of camaraderie as you venture deeper into its green embrace. As you navigate the underbrush, each step seems to carve a path through not just the foliage, but through layers of consciousness. The further you go, the more the landscape appears to shift. Tall trees that were once rooted firmly in place seem to bend, their branches twisting toward each other, forming archways that invite you to step into a world unknown. You may share laughter and anecdotes with your friends, yet the moment you turn to look back, something peculiar occurs. The path you traveled just moments ago has altered, different now, almost as if it were a mirror reflecting your thoughts and intentions. This phenomenon induces a thrilling sensation, the realization that the forest is malleable, adapting and morphing, just like the stories we weave as humans. This narrative becomes ever more complex, because it is not just the landscape that changes. The very essence of the experience is influenced by the perceptions and emotions of each group member. One individual may feel an inexplicable dread, while another might experience sheer wonder, and the forest seems to shift accordingly. A give and take occurs between the observer and the observed, a dance of energies that creates parallel realities within the same space. You may find yourself fascinated by a sparkling stream that appeared seemingly from nowhere as you walked through this forest. Its waters reflect the sky, but also the collective imaginations of those around you. In the flow of the water, glimpses of alternate versions of reality might be seen, visions of different lives, scenarios that could have unfolded, and dreams not yet realized. Each ripple on the surface tells tales of possibilities that remain just outside of reach. As you gather around the stream, there is an air of contemplation. Conversations ebb and flow, punctuated by moments of silence, where each person observes the changes in the environment. The lush green foliage can appear vibrant one moment and take on dull hues the next, mirroring the shifting moods among the group. It is as if the forest itself is in tune with you, breathing in your worries and exhalations through the soft rustle of leaves. Deep within the Mandela forest, one might find an ancient clearing, marked by stones that seem to resonate with a forgotten energy. These stones may hold the whispers of those who have walked before, settlers and wanderers who stumbled upon this mystical place. Engaging with this clearing invites the question, what stories does this forest hold? Each stone, worn by time, acts as a reminder of journeys taken, crossroads met, and choices made. The very fabric of this forest transcends individual experiences, weaving a tapestry of shared humanity. Through experiences in the Mandela forest, the notion of time itself appears to bend. Hours can feel like minutes, while minutes stretch into lifetimes. The sun might appear near setting, casting golden rays that pierce the canopy, yet when you turn your back, the daylight appears unaltered. A time loop, perhaps, where your moment feels suspended in the purity of nature. As the encounter continues, you start to notice an uncanny phenomenon. Every time laughter erupts or silence envelops the group, the landscape responds. Each emotional peak creates a ripple effect that changes the very geometry of the trees, the positioning of the sunlight, and even the fragrance of the air. The smell of damp earth may give way to a fragrant sweetness, evoking a memory of a childhood afternoon spent in a garden. This shifting landscape reflects not only a myth, but the intricate entanglements of human perception. The essence of the Mandela forest myth lies within its ability to evoke thought and reflection on the nature of existence. Are we mere observers, or do we shape our realities with each breath we take? Can our collective spirits intertwine to manifest landscapes that exist solely in our dreams? The forest becomes a metaphor for life itself, constantly changing, a reflection of our inner selves and the connections we forge with each other. As you prepare to leave this enchanted place, a sense of awe lingers. Walking back through the winding paths, the forest around you feels imbued with a quiet understanding. One last look back over your shoulder reveals an expanse that feels familiar yet wholly new. Each time you revisit, new paths will emerge, as will new stories that meld together in surreal harmony. The Mandela forest is more than a destination. It is a reminder of the beauty that lies in the ever-shifting nature of existence, a celebration of life's many layers, and the collective dreams we share as inhabitants of this vast universe. Time-slip experiences have fascinated people for decades, raising questions about the very nature of time and reality. These intriguing accounts involve individuals who claim to have briefly journeyed into different eras or alternate realities, sometimes with striking similarities to well-documented historical periods. While scientific scrutiny often challenges such anecdotes, numerous documented cases captivate our imagination, allowing us to explore the boundaries of reality as we know it. One of the most famous cases occurred in 1957 in the town of Apley Bridge in Lancashire, England. A man named Frank was walking along a quiet country road when he suddenly found himself enveloped in a strange mist. As the mist cleared, he was astonished to see a group of people dressed in clothing from the early 1900s, engaging in activities typical of that era. The street was bustling, and shops that he had never seen before lined the road, creating an atmosphere that seemed both foreign and familiar. Frank felt an overwhelming sense of nostalgia, as if he had stepped into a world that felt like a faded memory. After a few minutes, the mist returned, and he found himself back on the same road in his own time. This brief journey sparked Frank's curiosity, leaving him wondering if time itself is far more fluid than we understand. Another compelling account comes from a woman named Rachel in the United States. One evening, while driving home, she took a route she had not traveled in years. To her surprise, she came across an old diner, lit up brightly as if it were alive with activity. The decor was classic Americana, evoking a bygone era of jukeboxes and silver diners. Rachel entered, captivated by the atmosphere and the friendly faces around her. She ordered a milkshake, savoring the rich flavors that seemed to transport her back to her childhood. However, when she stepped outside after finishing her treat, she realized the diner had vanished completely, leaving her bewildered in a modern landscape. Rachel's experience blurred the lines of her memory and imagination, prompting her to explore the concept of alternate realities where different versions of her life might exist. Another notable incident occurred in 1983 in Paris, where a businessman named Paul stumbled into a peculiar situation. While walking through the streets of the city, he found himself drawn to a quiet alleyway. As he strolled deeper into the alley, he noticed that the surroundings began to change dramatically. The modern architecture slowly faded to reveal stunning brick buildings, and the bustling sounds of contemporary life were replaced by the soft clatter of horse-drawn carriages. Suddenly, he came across a lively market, bursting with vendors selling wares from centuries past. The scents, sounds, and energy were undeniably captivating. He mingled with the locals, enjoying the exchange until he abruptly felt a change around him. Just as he turned to leave, the market faded, and he was returned to the modern Paris he had known. The stark contrast between the two times left him pondering what it meant to experience history firsthand, even if only momentarily. Time-slip experiences often share common threads, such as the presence of mist or fog, a sudden sense of disorientation, and vivid details that make the moments feel incredibly real. These elements spark further questions. Is it possible that our understanding of time is limited? Could there be hidden pathways across time, offering glimpses into lives we may never truly know? Some theorists suggest that these occurrences might be tied to a collective subconscious, a bridge connecting individual experiences with shared historical memories. This perspective opens the door to a rich tapestry of exploration into human experience and perception. One fascinating case involves a group of friends in the 1970s who ventured to a remote area in Italy. As they explored a picturesque village, they stumbled upon an ancient stone bridge that seemed to shimmer under the sunlight. Intrigued, they decided to cross it. Upon reaching the other side, they found themselves in a vibrant festival, celebrating a long-lost tradition. The spice of the air, the traditional garb of the villagers, and the music created an atmosphere of time. Standing still, they participated in merriment, eating delicious local foods, and dancing under the open sky. Hours later, they turned to head back, only to find that the bridge had disappeared as mysteriously as it had appeared. The experience transformed their friendship, instilling in them a deep appreciation for the fleeting moments in both time and companionship. Such accounts illustrate the profound impact of time-slip experiences on individuals' perceptions of reality. While skeptics may point to psychological phenomena or altered states of consciousness, the stories endure, providing a sense of wonder and connection to a past both familiar and distant. The idea that we might not only witness history, but also participate in it, captivates the human spirit, encouraging us to ponder what lies beyond the confines of our daily lives. As technology advances and our understanding of the universe deepens, perhaps time travel and alternate realities, remain within the realms of possibility. Whether these experiences are genuine glimpses into the fabric of time or simply manifestations of our desire for adventure and exploration, they offer rich narratives that remind us of the myriad stories that shape our existence. In our ever-evolving pursuit of knowledge, time-slip experiences might serve as a poignant reminder to explore not just the physical world, but also the mysteries of consciousness and perception. Each anecdote adds to the tapestry of human experience, weaving the threads of history and imagination into a narrative that speaks to the depths of our curiosity and the limitless nature of possibilities that await us. In the intriguing world of quantum mechanics, the concept of Schrödinger's cat presents a captivating thought experiment that challenges our understanding of reality. This experiment, formulated by the physicist Erwin Schrödinger in 1935, illustrates the perplexing behavior of particles on a quantum level and raises profound questions about observation and existence. Imagine a closed box containing a cat, a radioactive atom, a Geiger counter, and a vial of poison. The setup is such that if the radioactive atom decays, the Geiger counter triggers and breaks the vial, releasing the poison, which ultimately leads to the cat's demise. Conversely, if the atom does not decay, the cat remains unharmed. The fascinating aspect of this scenario is rooted in the principles of quantum mechanics, particularly the idea of superposition. According to quantum mechanics, particles exist in a state of superposition, meaning they can be in multiple states or positions simultaneously until an observation is made. In the case of our cat, while the box remains closed and unobserved, the cat is said to be both alive and dead at the same time. The act of opening the box or observing the system forces the quantum state to collapse into one of these definite outcomes. This paradox sparks profound discussions not only about the nature of reality, but also about the role of the observer in determining that reality. Think about it. Before you take a peek inside the box, there is a certain uncertainty. The cat's fate hangs suspended in a delicate balance, representing the duality of existence inherent in quantum particles. This brings us to the core of quantum theory, where outcomes are not predetermined and probabilities reign supreme. An observable event transforms these probabilities into a singular reality. Envision how this concept extends beyond the feline in the box. It's akin to flipping a coin. Until you catch it and see whether it's heads or tails, the coin exists in a state that could be viewed as both outcomes at once. Similar to our Schrödinger's cat, it's only when you observe the result that the ambiguous states resolve into a definite one. The implications behind this thought experiment go beyond just physics. It influences philosophy, psychology, and even decision-making. It invites us to consider how much of our reality is shaped by our observations and experiences. As we navigate through our lives, are we not, in a way, collapsing our own quantum states? Each choice made, each path taken, echoes the principles of superposition. Just like the cat in the box, our potential futures flicker between various possibilities until we engage with them, bringing some into the light while leaving others lingering in shadow. The paradox also touches on the idea of parallel outcomes. Quantum mechanics suggests that every time a decision is made or an observation is conducted, multiple realities might exist concurrently, branching into alternate histories and futures. This notion of many worlds implies that every possible outcome continues to exist in a vast multiverse, independently playing out in parallel dimensions. Imagine a universe where your choices diverge, a realm where you chose differently, where the alternatives play out side by side, branching from the same point of origin. It's a mesmerizing thought that transforms our understanding of choice and consequence. Back in the quantum domain, experiments like the double-slit experiment reveal these striking principles at play. When particles like electrons are fired at a series of slits, they create an interference pattern when not observed, suggesting that they act like waves passing through both slits simultaneously. However, when an observer measures which slit the particles pass through, the interference pattern collapses and the electrons behave like discrete particles. This highlights the delicate dance of existence between possibility and reality, where the observer's influence shifts the outcome. Schrödinger's cat serves as an elegant metaphor illustrating the bizarre yet fascinating nature of the quantum world. It encapsulates our yearning to grasp the ungraspable, to make sense of an environment where classical logic falls short. Our exploration of quantum mechanics showcases a rich tapestry of interwoven potentialities that challenge our grasp on what is true and what is merely possible. As you ponder these concepts, take a moment to appreciate the wonders of scientific inquiry that push the boundaries of our intuition. The cat in the box is not just a whimsical idea. It propels a deeper understanding of the universe, urging us to recognize the profound connections between observation, existence, and choice. In conclusion, Schrödinger's cat is much more than a mere thought experiment. It ignites curiosity about the nature of reality, the power of observation, and the multifaceted dimensions of existence. It prompts us to reflect on our own lives and the myriad possibilities that remain just beyond our view, waiting patiently in their unobserved states, ready to reveal themselves in remarkable ways. Such inquiries invite us into a universe brimming with potential, where every moment holds the possibility of remarkable outcomes. In this quantum realm, we find ourselves at the crossroads of observation and reality, constantly engaging with the mysteries that shape our understanding. In the realm of modern physics, string theory stands out as one of the most fascinating and complex frameworks for understanding the fundamental nature of our universe. At its core, string theory suggests that the building blocks of matter are not point-like particles, as we might traditionally think, but rather tiny, vibrating strings. These strings can vibrate at different frequencies, similar to the strings of a musical instrument. Each vibration corresponds to a different particle, giving rise to all the matter and forces we observe in our universe. But string theory goes beyond just explaining our universe. It introduces the tantalizing concept of the multiverse, an idea that proposes the existence of multiple, perhaps an infinite number of universes, each with its own unique set of physical laws and constants. Imagine a vast cosmic landscape where every variation of possibility exists in its own separate bubble or universe. Some universes might be almost indistinguishable from our own, while others could be so different that the very fabric of reality is altered. Consider a universe where the force of gravity is much stronger than in ours. Planets and stars might form very differently, and life, if it exists at all, would have to adapt to those extreme conditions. In another universe, the electromagnetic force could be weaker, perhaps allowing for the formation of exotic forms of matter that we cannot even begin to comprehend. Each universe can be thought of as a unique experiment, where physicists can imagine different outcomes based on changes to initial conditions, fundamental constants, or dimensional structures. String theory also introduces additional dimensions beyond the familiar three of space and one of time. According to the theory, there may be up to 10 dimensions or even more. Most of these dimensions are hidden from us, curled up in ways that our senses cannot detect. The shapes and sizes of these extra dimensions significantly affect the properties of the strings, and in turn, the laws that govern each universe. This means that the landscape of the multiverse is not only vast, but also intricately varied, with each dimension influencing the potential realities within it. In this framework, the concept of parallel universes emerges. You might think of it as a branching tree, where every decision or significant event spawns a new branch that diverges into its own unique universe. Each path taken leads to a different reality, creating possibilities that range from the mundane to the utterly extraordinary. For instance, in one universe, history may have taken a different turn, leading to an entirely different outcome for world events, technology, and cultures. To illustrate this idea further, picture a universe in which dinosaurs never went extinct. Imagine their evolution unfolding in novel ways, or consider an Earth where humans never emerged at all, replaced by creatures evolving in an entirely distinct narrative. Each of these variations represents a unique universe, born from the same fundamental principles, yet diverging in the most intriguing directions. Exploring the implications of the multiverse leads to deep philosophical questions about existence and our place within it. If there are countless universes, what does that mean for the uniqueness of our own experience? Are we merely one expression of life, or are there versions of ourselves existing in other dimensions, living out lives shaped by different choices? This perspective invites us to consider the vast tapestry of reality, where every decision echoes through the multiverse, creating a myriad of outcomes. Furthermore, string theory and its multiverse concept push the limits of scientific exploration. If we are to consider the existence of these alternate realities, how can we ever test or observe them? This challenge presents a fundamental question for physicists. Can our understanding of the universe expand to incorporate elements that are inherently unobservable? Does the nature of reality transcend our capability to perceive? As scientists continue to study and refine string theory, they explore ways to connect it to observable phenomena. This may involve looking for signs of other universes in cosmic microwave background radiation, or investigating the implications of string theory in high-energy particle collisions. Each discovery, hypothesis, or experiment brings us one step closer to understanding the grand scheme of existence. In conclusion, string theory and the idea of the multiverse encourage us to reimagine reality itself. The thought of living in a multiverse opens up a wealth of imaginative possibilities, stirring a sense of wonder about the nature of existence and the cosmos we inhabit. The idea that there may be countless other realities, each with its own unique laws of physics, invites both scientific inquiry and philosophical reflection. It challenges us to think beyond our own universe and inspires a tapestry of stories waiting to be woven from the strings of our imagination. Just as a musician explores different melodies and harmonies, so too can we explore the rich fabric of the multiverse, where every note resonates with the potential of what could be. Déjà vu is a fascinating experience that many individuals encounter at some point in their lives. It typically occurs when you feel a strong sense of familiarity with a situation, as though you have experienced it before, even when you know it is happening for the first time. This intriguing phenomenon has puzzled psychologists and neuroscientists for years, leading to various theories about its origins and implications. One particularly captivating idea is that déjà vu could be linked to alternate realities or parallel worlds, where events have unfolded in different ways. Imagine walking down a bustling street, and suddenly you are struck by the uncanny feeling that you have been in that exact spot before, wearing the same clothes, feeling the same breeze. This moment can feel so real that it makes you question the nature of reality itself. Some theorists propose that déjà vu might be a fleeting glimpse into another dimension, where choices and events played out differently. What if the version of yourself in another universe made a different decision at a crossroad? In these alternate worlds, you could be leading a completely different life, and the déjà vu moment you experience is a brief intersection with that reality. The concept of parallel universes is not just a concept for science fiction writers. In quantum physics, there is a theory known as the multiverse theory, which suggests that there could be many universes existing simultaneously, each playing out different scenarios based on varying choices. This could mean there are countless versions of you, living out different lives based on the decisions made at every fork in the road. When you experience déjà vu, it may be your brain momentarily tapping into those alternative realities, providing a whisper of what could have been. Consider the choices we make every day, from the mundane decisions such as what to have for breakfast to life-changing events like moving to a new city or pursuing a new career. Each of these choices could have given rise to an alternate version of our lives. When we feel that sense of familiarity during a déjà vu moment, it might be a reminder of those various paths we could have taken. The mind is a powerful entity, and when it conjures such vivid memories of things that never happened, it leads to profound questions about existence itself. Cultural interpretations of déjà vu vary widely, with some ancient cultures viewing it as a sign of prophecy or as a warning signal. In more modern interpretations, it serves as a fascinating puzzle within the realm of psychology. Researchers have linked déjà vu to memory processes, suggesting that it could be a result of the brain's temporal lobe misfiring, leading to a mix-up between present experience and a past memory. However, the idea of it being a window into a parallel universe adds an exhilarating layer of intrigue to this mystery. Imagine the stories that could unfold if you were able to experience these alternate versions of reality in detail. What decisions would your counterpart make differently? In what ways would their lives contrast with yours? This contemplation can create a sense of wonder as we consider the infinite possibilities surrounding our existence. Many might ponder how various other significant life events, such as love, friendships, and unexpected encounters, can lead to those feelings of déjà vu. Have you ever met someone for the very first time, yet felt an unshakable sense of connection or familiarity? With the lens of parallel worlds, this could be perceived as a connectivity bridge between you and your counterpart in another dimension, where you might have shared a relationship based on different experiences. The intersection of science and philosophy often leads to mind-bending discussions surrounding the fabric of our reality. Theories about alternate universes evoke questions about free will, destiny, and the nature of consciousness. What if every choice you make branches off into a new reality? Each moment presenting itself in layers of potential outcomes makes every decision seem monumental and profoundly impactful. In literature and film, the theme of parallel worlds has been captivating audiences for decades. From the classic Alice in Wonderland to modern-day movies like Inception and Parallel, the exploration of alternate realities offers a thrilling glimpse into the unknown. These narratives invoke an excitement surrounding the possibilities that lie beyond our own experience. As we ponder the existence of parallel worlds and the enigma of déjà vu, we may start to question our view of reality entirely. Each experience could be a fleeting moment of overlap between the many layers of existence, intricately weaving a tapestry of consciousness that is both awe-inspiring and perplexing. How we perceive our experiences, whether they are unique to our reality or shared with another version of ourselves, can offer intriguing insights into the human experience. Consider the implications of living in a world filled with infinite possibilities. Our everyday lives could hold stories not just for ourselves, but for countless versions of who we could be. Whether we are captives of our reality or wanderers, exploring the vast landscapes of alternate dimensions through our minds, the mystery of déjà vu invites us to immerse ourselves in the wonder that surrounds us. As you reflect on the captivating notion of déjà vu and the theories of parallel worlds, let your imagination take flight into the unknown. Each moment of familiarity has the potential to connect you to a greater, intricate web of experiences, reminding us of the vastness of existence and the countless lives that may be lived alongside our own. Embrace the mystery and allow your thoughts to wander to the endless possibilities that life presents. Who knows what paths you might uncover? Have you ever imagined a life where every seemingly small choice you make leads to an entirely different outcome? The concept of jumping timelines invites you to explore this intriguing possibility. This idea suggests that there exists a multitude of alternate realities, each one a variation of your current life, shaped by the decisions you have made and those you haven't yet taken. Picture a world where you are living multiple lives simultaneously. In one timeline, you might be an artist, passionately creating masterpieces that speak to your soul. In another, you may have chosen a more traditional career as a doctor, dedicated to healing and caring for others. Each of these lives exists in parallel, independent of each other, yet all stemming from choices made at pivotal moments. The exciting aspect of jumping timelines is the belief that you can consciously shift between these variations, exploring different paths and possibilities. The notion of alternate timelines is often discussed in the realm of quantum physics, where the concept of superposition suggests that multiple states can exist at once. This fundamental principle opens doors to various interpretations of reality. Imagine standing at a crossroads and reflecting on a decision. At that moment, one path may lead you to a fulfilling career, while another might take you on an unexpected adventure. According to the timeline jumping theory, when you make a choice, one version of you continues on the chosen path, while another version embarks on the path not taken. To illustrate further, think about a moment in your life when you were presented with a choice. Perhaps it was deciding whether to study abroad or to stay home and start working. Each choice creates a ripple effect that leads to distinctly different experiences. If you chose to study abroad, you might have found yourself immersed in a new culture, making lifelong friends, and discovering parts of yourself you never knew existed. Conversely, if you stayed put, your life may have been filled with early career achievements and stability. According to the jumping timelines belief, these two lives flourish in separate dimensions of reality. The power of thought and intention plays a vital role in this belief system. By focusing on a specific outcome or version of yourself, some individuals claim they can shift their consciousness into an alternate timeline. Imagine visualizing your desired life, feeling the joy and fulfillment it brings. This practice can inspire transformative changes in your current reality, pulling you closer to the life you envision. This mindset not only empowers you, but also aligns your actions and decisions with your aspirations. Moreover, consider the idea of parallel universes. Picture yourself as a traveler navigating through these diverse realities. Each alternate version of you may have faced different challenges, made diverse choices, or experienced distinct relationships. Each timeline is an intricate tapestry woven together by the threads of possibility. This exploration can lead to a deeper understanding of your true potential and the impact of your decision. An essential aspect of this journey lies in recognizing the lessons learned from each timeline. Perhaps you faced heartbreak in one version of your life that taught you resilience, while another version led you to the love of your dreams. Every experience, whether viewed as positive or negative, contributes to the richness of your soul. It allows for growth and evolution as you understand the vastness of your own existence. Among those who embrace the concept of jumping timelines, techniques vary from visualization exercises to mindfulness practices. You may find moments of clarity when focusing on what truly resonates with you, allowing your mind to wander freely through the pathways of your potential lives. This exploration encourages you to engage with your desires and aspirations, prompting you to manifest the reality you seek. Some individuals have reported instances where they felt an intuitive sense of having shifted into a timeline that felt distinctly different, almost as if they had stepped into another version of themselves. These experiences can often evoke a sense of familiarity, a recognition of an alternate possibility that resonates deep within. Such moments can be both profound and enlightening, serving as reminders of the limitless nature of your existence. As you reflect on the idea of jumping timelines, remember that the concept is not merely about changing external circumstances. It's equally about the inner transformation that comes with embracing the multiple facets of who you are. Allow yourself to explore the nuances of your desires, recognizing that you hold the key to accessing various versions of your life. In conclusion, the journey of jumping timelines presents an intriguing lens through which we can view our lives. It inspires curiosity about the choices we make and the paths we explore. Whether you choose to believe in this philosophy or not, it encourages you to embrace the richness of your experiences and the power of intention. It allows you to envision a future full of possibilities, where each decision holds the potential to lead to a new adventure. The beauty lies in knowing that your life is a canvas, and the brushstrokes of your choices create a masterpiece uniquely yours. Embrace the journey and let your imagination soar. Have you ever wondered about the nature of existence and the boundaries of life and death? One intriguing concept that dives deep into this mystery is known as quantum immortality. This thought-provoking theory, rooted in quantum mechanics, suggests that consciousness may not be as finite as we tend to believe. Rather, it posits an intriguing idea. What if, in some alternate reality, you continue to exist even after what we perceive as fatal events? To understand quantum immortality, we must first explore the principles of quantum mechanics. At its core, quantum mechanics describes the behavior of particles at the smallest scales, atoms and subatomic particles. Unlike the classical physics that governs our everyday experiences, quantum mechanics reveals a world that is inherently probabilistic. Particles exist in states of uncertainty until they are observed, which brings about the concept of superposition, the ability of a particle to be in multiple states at once. Now, consider a scenario where you face a life-threatening event, like a car accident. According to quantum immortality, there are countless parallel realities that exist alongside our own. In one of these realities, you may not survive the crash. However, in another reality that branches off from that moment, you do survive, and your consciousness continues in that version of reality. Imagine, for a moment, that every choice you make generates a multitude of alternate realities. Each decision leads to a fork in the road, resulting in a new path for your existence. Quantum immortality suggests that every time you encounter danger, Your consciousness may leap into the version of yourself that has avoided that danger, creating a continuous thread of existence, even in the face of apparent mortality. This concept could potentially explain phenomena such as déjà vu, or the feeling that you have lived through a moment before. Could it be that your consciousness is, in a sense, aware of its journeys across multiple realities? It paints a fascinating picture of existence, one where our experiences are not confined to a single timeline. Quantum immortality also raises interesting questions about the essence of consciousness itself. What does it mean to be aware? If consciousness can persist across different realities, could it be that we are part of a more expansive, interconnected web of existence? Philosophers and scientists alike have speculated about the nature of consciousness for centuries, and ideas like quantum immortality prompt us to reconsider traditional views on life and death. Another captivating aspect of this theory is the implications it holds for the concept of immortality. Traditional views of immortality often involve a physical or spiritual continuation beyond death. Yet, in the context of quantum immortality, the notion becomes more about the persistence of consciousness rather than life itself. Your consciousness may never truly die as long as there remain scenarios in which it can endure. Consider the great figures of history, the scientists, artists, and thinkers who have left behind legacies that continue to inspire us. Could it be that in some alternate reality, they are still alive, experiencing the world in ways we can only imagine? Their ideas may live on in our reality, while they explore new dimensions of creativity and discovery in another. Furthermore, the exploration of quantum immortality leads us to question our understanding of fate and chance. Are we merely observers in a predetermined universe, or do we actively shape the paths we travel? The intertwining of choice and consequence within this framework suggests that every moment carries incredible significance, not just for our singular lives, but for multi-layered existences. In practical terms, imagine embarking on an adventure filled with risks and challenges. Perhaps you decide to hike up a steep, treacherous mountain path. For one version of yourself, the hike ends in joy as you reach the summit, breathless and filled with awe. Another version may encounter peril and take a different path, saving themselves just in the nick of time. Each choice branches into new realities, creating an infinite tapestry of experiences. As you reflect on the possibilities of quantum immortality, consider how this perspective can bring a sense of wonder to daily life. Embracing the idea that your consciousness could navigate through countless alternate realities might inspire you to be more adventurous, to take risks in pursuit of your passions, knowing that each choice branches into endless potentials. In conclusion, while quantum immortality remains a theory rooted in the complex world of quantum mechanics, it invites us to think about existence in a more profound and expansive way. It raises questions about consciousness, choice, and the interconnectedness of all things. With every moment becoming a reflection of boundless possibility, it challenges us to live fully, embracing the journey with curiosity and wonder, as we navigate the vast multiverse of experiences that life has to offer. The butterfly effect is a fascinating concept that reveals how incredibly complex and interconnected our world is. It suggests that even the tiniest actions can lead to significant consequences elsewhere. This idea is often represented by the image of a butterfly flapping its wings, which can lead to a hurricane forming on the other side of the globe. It serves as a powerful metaphor for how small events can have an enormous impact. Imagine a single decision made by a person in a bustling city. Perhaps they chose to take a different route to work one morning. Sure. This seemingly minor change could lead to a series of unexpected events. They might encounter a stranger who ends up becoming a lifelong friend, or they could miss a crucial meeting that alters the course of their career. Each choice sets off a chain reaction, resulting in an entirely different outcome than if they had stuck to their usual routine. Now, let's delve deeper. Consider a flower blooming in a peaceful meadow. It attracts a butterfly, which flutters around, seeking nectar. As this butterfly moves from blossom to blossom, it inadvertently contributes to the pollination process. This means that more flowers can bloom, leading to a more vibrant ecosystem. As a result, local insects and animals have more food sources, and the environment flourishes. But let's expand this thought. What if this action affects a nearby river, causing it to overflow due to the dense vegetation that stabilizes the soil? This could lead to changes in the landscape, potentially affecting villages downstream. Suddenly, the butterfly's flapping wings have shaped an entire community's future. The butterfly effect highlights the complexity of interplay between our choices and the broader world. In history, we can find numerous examples that illustrate this point. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand in 1914 is one renowned incident. This single act ignited a series of events that led to World War I, reshaping countries, ideologies, and borders across the globe. Imagine how the world would differ today if that event had never taken place, or if the Archduke had taken a different route that day. Now, consider the realm of science and technology. Each invention and discovery can be traced back to seemingly inconsequential ideas or observations. For example, the invention of the telephone stemmed from Alexander Graham Bell's fascination with sound and communication. If Bell hadn't been curious enough to experiment with sound transmission, we might not have the instant communication methods we enjoy today. This revolutionary change in how people interact reshaped societies, economies, and cultures around the world. This narrative extends into the future as well. Every action we take today influences what the world will look like tomorrow. A young scientist working late into the night on a breakthrough could lead to monumental medical advances. Perhaps something as simple as a neighbor helping another neighbor could inspire communal kindness, fostering relationships that alter the social fabric of an entire neighborhood. Even online, a single tweet or post can spark movements that drive people to advocate for change. Exploring this idea also leads us to the notion of alternate realities. Each choice we make potentially creates pathways where different outcomes unfold. These alternate histories allow us to imagine countless worlds that could exist. What if dinosaurs had survived? How would society navigate a world with advanced technology in the Middle Ages? Each scenario highlights how specific decisions could cultivate vastly distinct outcomes. The butterfly effect helps us understand that the universe is inherently unpredictable. While we often strive for control, there are countless variables at play. This intricacy illustrates the beauty of possibility. Even a minor alteration can lead to profound changes that ripple through time and space. As we consider our own lives, we can find wisdom in the butterfly effect. It urges us to approach decisions with mindfulness. Small acts of kindness or choices made with intention can open doors to unforeseen opportunities. Whether it's reaching out to someone who needs support or taking a chance on a new project, these small steps can lead to remarkable transformations. The connections we foster and the ways we impact one another create echoes that resonate far beyond our immediate surroundings. In summary, The butterfly effect is a captivating reminder of the interconnectedness of events in our lives. The idea that a small change can reverberate through time and space, creating something greater than we imagine, invites contemplation and curiosity. It encourages us to recognize the power of our actions, however minor they may seem, and how they fit into the larger tapestry of existence. The chain of events that unfold from a single decision can paint an intricate picture of countless possibilities, showcasing a universe woven together by countless threads of influence and consequence. Embracing this understanding of connection adds depth to our experiences and highlights the importance of living intentionally, aware that even our smallest actions carry the potential to change the world around us. The story of John Titor is not just an ordinary tale. It has captivated internet users since the early 2000s. Titor is said to be a time traveler from the year 2036, and his accounts of life in that future have inspired countless discussions and debates. The narrative begins in the online forums of time travel enthusiasts, where Titor made his first appearance in the year 2000. John Titor's story is fascinating, blending elements of science fiction, conspiracy theories, and alternate history. His initial purpose was straightforward. He claimed to seek a specific IBM computer, which he alleged was essential for his time machine's functionality. This particular model, as Titor described it, had an important role in the history of computing and was pivotal to events in his timeline. Titor's descriptions of his own world sparked immense curiosity. He painted a picture of a future that was not just technologically advanced, but also overshadowed by significant events that resulted in a very different society. According to him, his future world had faced catastrophic wars, economic collapse, and intense social unrest. He described a fractured United States, where civil conflict had escalated to the point of disarray, leading to a societal transformation that many found alarming. One of the most intriguing aspects of Titor's narrative is his notion of parallel universes and alternate timelines. He suggested that his own timeline had diverged from a reality similar to ours. A significant event, or a series of events, had branched off and created a different future trajectory. This concept resonated deeply with fans of science fiction and has further enlivened discussions regarding the nature of time itself, the concept of predestination versus free will, and the implications of our choices. His discussions about technology were equally captivating. Titor claimed that advancements in fields like medicine and agriculture in his timeline had dramatically changed the way people live. He spoke of advanced medical technologies that could cure diseases and enhance human health, presenting a utopian vision of future healthcare. Simultaneously, he described a world where resource shortages led communities to rediscover sustainable practices and local self-sufficiency. In addition to these descriptions, Titor shared predictions about events that might unfold in the early 21st century. While some of his claims have drawn skepticism, others struck a chord with various groups, leading them to watch the news with an anxious eye for any signs that his predictions might come true. For instance, he mentioned potential conflicts that could arise due to political tensions, social divides, and economic instability. The lore of John Titor highlights the human fascination with the unknown and the future. Many fans created their interpretations of Titor's story, crafting diverse fan theories and imaginative narratives. Some saw him as a prophet warning us of impending doom, while others considered him a subject of creative fiction woven into the fabric of the internet age. The story encouraged creative engagement and sparked artistic endeavors such as novels, short stories, and discussions oriented around the themes of time travel and hypothetical futures. In the years since Titor's initial posts, many have continued to analyze his claim. Scholars, fans, and skeptics alike have dissected his statements for deeper meanings and parallels in current events. The discussions these analyses have provoked illustrate how Titor has transcended being merely a fictional character or an internet phenomenon. He has become embedded in cultural discussions about our society and potential futures. The enduring intrigue of Titor's narrative stems from its reflection on human nature. It challenges us to confront our fears about technology and societal collapse, while simultaneously inviting us to consider the possibilities of growth and innovation. Through Titor's eyes, we can explore both the consequences of our choices and the dreams we hold for a better future. As exciting as the story of John Titor is, it also embodies the playful spirit of storytelling on the internet. Whether people believe in his claims or see him as a symbol of our collective anxiety about the future, the narrative prompts a sense of wonder. It invites us to ponder the complexities of time, space, and our existence within them. The saga of John Titor remains a testament to how a single narrative can weave threads of curiosity, fear, amusement, and reflection into the vast tapestry of human experience. As we navigate our current reality and imagine what lies ahead, the tale of John Titor highlights the power of stories. They serve as mirrors, reflecting our beliefs and fears while simultaneously igniting our imagination. And so the legend continues to thrive, reminding us that even in the quest for truth, there is a deep desire for connection through shared narratives. In whatever form it takes, the essence of storytelling remains a fundamental human trait, one that compels us to question, dream, and envision the worlds beyond our own. Imagine standing in front of a busy train station, the bustling environment teeming with life around you. You have a decision to make. The sliding doors of a train beckon you, and as you step forward, you might pause for a moment to reconsider. In that brief flash of contemplation, countless possibilities branch out before you, like a vast tree with many limbs, each representing a different path, a distinct reality. This is the fascinating world of parallel events, inspired by the concept showcased in the film, Sliding Doors. Consider how this seemingly simple decision to step through the sliding doors or not could affect not just your day, but the entire course of your life. If you enter the train, you might find a seat next to a stranger who becomes your closest friend or even a romantic partner. You might attend a pivotal interview on the other side of the city, landing your dream job that influences your professional trajectory. Conversely, choosing to stay back might lead you to engage in a serendipitous encounter with an old friend, sparking a reunion that changes your perspective completely. Every choice we make can lead to profoundly different outcomes. Imagine walking into a cafe where you usually grab a coffee. One day, you opt for a different drink, perhaps a chamomile tea instead. This small shift could connect you with a barista who turns out to have a shared enthusiasm for a passion project you are nurturing. Through this simple choice, you open a door to inspiration that you might have missed had you stuck with your usual routine. Now, consider the concept of time and how it intertwines with your choices. The idea of parallel events suggests that there are infinite timelines, with every decision creating a new reality. Think of it as a fascinating web woven together by threads of choices. Perhaps you decide to go straight home after work one evening. In one thread of this web, you find a mysterious package left on your doorstep, leading you on an unexpected adventure. In another thread, your evening is quiet, allowing you time to unwind and perhaps even discover a new hobby online. Each decision punctuates your life story differently, turning small moments into stepping stones towards various futures. In a more abstract sense, this concept resonates with the philosophical debate regarding fate versus free will. Are our paths predetermined, or do we have the power to steer our own destinies? Each time you take a step, you engage in an intricate dance with the universe. The choices you make, even those that seem trivial, can reverberate through time, creating a ripple effect that holds the power to transform your reality. Perhaps you encounter a lost wallet on the sidewalk. A choice presents itself. Do you pick it up and try to find the owner, or do you walk past, keeping to your own agenda? If you choose to return the wallet, you might meet a person whose gratitude reshapes your understanding of kindness and connection. Or perhaps you find a new opportunity in helping others, leading you down an unexpected path that alters your perspective on what truly matters in life. As we navigate through our day-to-day existence, we encounter moments that require immediate decisions, illustrating the fragility of our narratives. Picture a family gathering where a single comment can spark either joy or friction among relatives. This single word has the potential to sever friendships or bind ties closer. Each, thus, represents a sliding door, prompting us to reflect on how a simple phrase can cascade into a series of events shaping dynamics for years to come. In a broader context, think about global events and their staggering implications. Historical moments, often defined by single decisions, change the trajectory of nations. A leader's choice to pursue peace rather than conflict can usher in an age of prosperity, shaping an entire generation. Conversely, choosing aggression leads to discord and turmoil. Each decision, minor or monumental, paints the tapestry of human experience, exemplifying the powerful impact of our choices. The nuances of this concept extend to personal growth and relationship dynamics too. Every decision modifies not just the outcomes, but who we become along the way. Choosing to engage in self-study over a night out can lead to uncovering a hidden talent or sparking creativity. Alternatively, the choice to nurture social connections might positively affect your emotional health and sense of community. Each moment of decision becomes a lens that reflects our values, desires, and vision for the future. As you continue to move through life, consider observing the sliding doors of opportunity that present themselves daily. With every moment filled with choices, remember that the magnificent tapestry of existence is woven with the threads of your actions. This intricate weaving creates layers of realities, embracing both the beauty of serendipity and the riches of human experience. In conclusion, the concept of parallel events invites you to appreciate your journey uniquely. Each decision forms a segment of your growth, bearing witness to your evolution as an individual. Reflecting upon the path not taken can be equally enlightening as the journey you choose. By acknowledging the sliding doors surrounding you, you grant yourself the freedom to explore the myriad stories and potential realities waiting to unfold, enriching your experience in this expansive tapestry of life. The concept of cosmic inflation has fundamentally reshaped our understanding of the universe. Imagine a balloon being inflated. At first, the balloon is tiny and almost negligible, but as air continues to fill it, it expands rapidly to magnificent sizes. This analogy helps us visualize what scientists believe occurred shortly after the Big Bang. During this brief moment of cosmic inflation, the universe experienced an exponential increase in size, expanding faster than the speed of light. This expansion laid the groundwork for everything we observe in the cosmos today. As we explore this notion further, it becomes more intriguing to consider that our universe may not be the only one. The idea of bubble universes emerges as a fascinating implication of cosmic inflation. Picture a vast cosmic landscape dotted with innumerable bubbles. Each bubble represents a distinct universe with its own unique physical laws, constants, and properties. Our universe is just one tiny bubble in this expansive multiversal sea. Let's think about what this means. In some of these bubble universes, the laws of physics could be entirely different. For example, gravity might be stronger or weaker, atoms might not form, or perhaps time itself flows differently. This perspective opens an exciting door to imaginative possibilities. What if there existed a universe where the speed of light was 10 times faster, or where water didn't exist in liquid form? Each bubble could harbor a reality that is unfathomable by our standards. The notion of bubble universes is supported by theories that suggest the fabric of space-time can fluctuate, creating isolated regions, or bubbles, within an ever-expanding multiverse. These bubbles do not interact in a way we can observe. To imagine the cosmic landscape, think about a vast ocean filled with bubbles. Some are small, others large, and each is separate, floating in that limitless sea, untouched by the others. Consider the implications of a multiverse on our understanding of existence. The possibility that we might not be alone in our bubble invites philosophical questions. Are there other beings that exist in different universes? What would their lives look like? Each universe could have its own versions of history, culture, and even forms of life. It is a thrilling thought that somewhere out there, entirely different civilizations might be thriving, experiencing realities unlike our own. This brings us to the concept of cosmological fine-tuning. The universe we inhabit exhibits conditions perfectly suited for life. If certain fundamental constants were even slightly different, carbon-based life forms, like those on Earth, might never have emerged. But what if, in a neighboring bubble, conditions are finely tuned for an entity that resembles some form of life, perhaps completely foreign to us? With the multiverse theory, we gain insight into how varied realities exist side by side, emphasizing the splendid complexity of existence itself. Admittedly, the idea of multiple universes raises more questions than answers. What connects these universes, if anything? Some theories propose that the bubbles could be formed from fluctuations in a field known as the inflaton field, which is responsible for cosmic inflation. Bubbles could represent regions where this field reached a specific threshold and transitioned to a different state, allowing for each bubble to evolve independently. Let's explore the theoretical implications of cosmic inflation and the bubble universe model. The concept suggests that our observable universe could just be a minuscule slice of a vastly larger whole. It challenges our understanding of existence and reality, urging scientists and philosophers alike to reconsider the cosmos's structure. For instance, the introduction of bubble universes alters our perspective on the universe's fate. Instead of a single outcome, what if the multiverse allows for infinite futures? Each universe could evolve with its destiny, leading to a diverse tapestry of experiences and histories throughout the endless expanse of the multiverse. The multiverse theory also intersects with popular culture and science fiction. It captivates our imagination, prompting countless stories exploring the idea of parallel worlds, altered timelines, and alternate realities. Movies, books, and television shows often explore the thrilling idea that choices and events could create diverging paths, ultimately leading to entirely different universes. This resonates with the core essence of what makes science fiction such a compelling genre: its ability to take us beyond our known world and into realms of possibility. As we delve deeper into the mysteries of the cosmos, the questions become more profound. How do we position ourselves in this vast multiverse? What defines our identity in the grand tapestry of infinite realities? Exploring these concepts enriches not only our understanding of physics and cosmology, but also enhances our perspective on existence itself. Ultimately, cosmic inflation and the existence of bubble universes challenge everything we know and believe, inviting us to ponder our place in the grand scheme of the cosmos. It inspires wonder and curiosity, reminding us that the universe is not only a realm to explore, but also an endless journey into the unknown. Each bubble in the multiverse holds secrets waiting to be uncovered, extending the boundaries of our imagination and expanding the horizons of human knowledge. As we continue this exploration, we may find that the universe, and perhaps all of existence, is more extraordinary than we could ever have imagined. In the vast arena of theoretical physics, a captivating proposition has emerged: the existence of mirror matter. This concept suggests that there might be entire realms composed of particles that mirror our own. Imagine parallel versions of atoms, electrons, and other particles existing right alongside the familiar matter that makes up everything we encounter in our daily lives. It's a remarkable idea that stretches the boundaries of our current understanding of the universe. The theory of mirror matter suggests that for every particle we know and can observe, there exists a counterpart within a hidden realm, behaving according to similar yet distinct laws. If our matter is composed of particles like protons and neutrons, mirror matter would consist of mirror protons and mirror neutrons, which interact only with their own kind, but not with the particles in our reality. This might imply the existence of an entire universe composed of this mirror matter, a universe that is simultaneously present but fundamentally disconnected from ours. This line of thought delves into numerous captivating possibilities. If we consider mirror matter, it challenges us to rethink our perceptions of reality. In this alternate realm, the fundamental forces that govern our universe would work in a similar fashion, but could operate under different circumstances. It's a world where the laws of physics might play out in a way we can't even begin to imagine, potentially housing a diverse array of entities and phenomena, all following their own unique rule. Evidence to support this theory has yet to be conclusively found, but some scientists point to peculiar anomalies in experimental data that may hint at the presence of this elusive mirror matter. These inconsistencies could be the result of interactions with mirror particles that we remain unaware of. For instance, certain cosmic rays might carry signatures that suggest a hidden layer of particle interactions, leaving scientists pondering whether these are reflections of mirror matter. The intriguing idea of mirror matter also prompts questions about the implications for fundamental sciences, such as cosmology. If this mirror universe exists, what would be its formation history? Would it resemble our own universe in terms of galaxies and stars? Or would its structures be entirely different, shaped by its own unique set of conditions? Perhaps it houses planets and life forms that are entirely distinct from our own, with differing elements and biological structure. Over centuries, humanity's quest to understand the universe has led us to the astonishing realization that there is far more than meets the eye. The universe is not merely the sum of what we perceive. Dark matter, dark energy, and phenomena that remain enigmatic are constant reminders of the layers of complexity surrounding existence. Mirror matter fits whimsically into this intricate tapestry, something that could be intrinsic yet entirely hidden from our view, providing endless opportunities for scientific exploration. In a more engaging and relatable way, let's consider how mirror matter lends itself to the realm of science fiction. Imagine a parallel universe where you encounter alternate versions of yourself, each following a different life trajectory based on the choices made, or not made. These reflections might inhabit worlds that closely resemble ours, from bustling cities to serene landscapes. Yet each aspect would evolve uniquely under the influence of its own governing forces. As researchers delve deeper into high-energy physics and conduct experiments designed to probe the mysteries of matter, mirror matter continues to be a tantalizing puzzle. Recent advancements in particle accelerators and observational technologies are paving the way for potential discoveries that could transform our understanding of the cosmos. The next generation of telescopes might even uncover anomalies in cosmic background radiation that could lead to hints about this shadowy counterpart to ordinary matter. Furthermore, the implications of establishing the existence of mirror matter extend beyond the theoretical. If proven, it would prompt a reevaluation of everything we understand about space, time, and the fundamental composition of reality itself. Knowing that we exist alongside a mirror universe would profoundly alter our perspective on our place within the broader cosmos. As we explore the intriguing concept of mirror matter, we find ourselves standing at the crossroads of imagination and scientific inquiry. Each discovery brings us one step closer to understanding not only the nature of our own universe, but also the mysteries hidden just beyond our reach. While mirror matter remains a speculative idea, the pursuit of knowledge fuels a collective desire to uncover the secrets of existence. Such endeavors lead to profound explorations that cast an ever-expanding light on the intricate dance of fundamental particles, drawing us down an exciting path toward potentially revolutionary insights. Ultimately, the exploration of mirror matter invites us to ponder our understanding of reality. It augments our comprehension of existence itself as we continue to strive for answers to questions that lie just beyond our grasp. So as we journey through this fascinating domain of knowledge, we embrace the prospect of uncovering truths that could reshape our vision of the universe and make us reconsider what we believed was possible. The adventure into the unknown beckons us, urging us forward into the depths of discovery, where mirror matter awaits like a shimmering reflection in the grand mirror of the cosmos. Imagine a world where everything you think can happen is happening all at once. This fascinating concept is known as quantum superposition, and it reveals a remarkable truth about the nature of particles that make up our universe. In the realm of quantum mechanics, particles such as electrons and photons can exist in multiple states simultaneously, opening the door to a reality far beyond our everyday experience. To understand quantum superposition, let's consider the famous thought experiment known as Schrödinger's cat. Imagine a cat placed inside a sealed box, alongside a radioactive atom and a vial of poison. If the atom decays, it triggers the release of the poison, leading to the cat's demise. However, until we open the box and observe the cat, it is said to exist in a superposition of two states, alive and dead. This scenario emphasizes how, on a quantum level, particles do not simply occupy one state or another. Instead, they can be in multiple states at the same time, with the act of observation playing a crucial role in determining the outcome. In the microscopic world, particles exhibit behaviors that seem counterintuitive to our understanding of reality. Consider an electron. Instead of tracing a single path like a car driving down a road, an electron behaves like a wave, spreading out and occupying a range of positions simultaneously. This wave nature allows electrons to exist in various states, each associated with different probabilities of being detected at any given moment. The more we delve into the world of quantum mechanics, the more we realize that our classical intuitions about the world often don't hold true. An essential aspect of quantum superposition is the phenomenon known as interference. When particles like electrons are in a superposition, they can interact with each other in fascinating ways. Think about dropping a stone into a still pond. The water will ripple and create waves, expanding outward in concentric circles. Similarly, when particles in superposition interfere, they create wave patterns that reveal insights into their collective behaviors. This interference can lead to surprising results, such as particles behaving like they are connected, regardless of the distance between them, a phenomenon known as quantum entanglement. Quantum superposition doesn't just remain a concept locked within scientific theory. It has practical applications that influence our daily lives. One of the most prominent examples is quantum computing. Unlike traditional computers that operate using bits as either zeros or ones, quantum computers utilize qubits that can exist in a superposition of states. This unique property enables quantum computers to handle complex calculations at astonishing speeds, solving problems that classical computers could take years to process. Imagine a scenario where intricate medical research or weather predictions could be analyzed overnight, unlocking new possibilities for advancement. Furthermore, quantum superposition has implications for our understanding of the universe at a fundamental level. It challenges our perception of reality, suggesting that the universe is a tapestry of possibilities. Every event gives rise to a multitude of outcomes, each branching into its own potential reality. This idea can be both exhilarating and perplexing, as it compels us to reconsider the nature of time, space, and causality. When you consider that particles might be here and there at the same time, it raises profound questions about the nature of existence itself. In the field of quantum mechanics, researchers continue to explore the intricate puzzle of superposition. Experiments involving photons, electrons, and even larger molecules have demonstrated the complexities of this phenomenon. Scientists are discovering that as we scale up in size, maintaining superposition becomes increasingly challenging. In essence, while subatomic particles can exist in multiple states, larger systems tend to collapse into definitive states due to interactions with their environment. As we ponder the implications of quantum superposition, it's important to recognize that this phenomenon may not only redefine our understanding of particles, but also shed light on the very nature of consciousness itself. Some theories propose that our conscious observations play a vital role in determining the state of reality, weaving a connection between the observer and the observed. This interplay raises philosophical questions about free will, existence, and the universe's underlying structure. So, when you contemplate the incredible world of quantum superposition, remember that you are gazing into a universe that brims with potential. Every moment presents a spectrum of possibilities, waiting to be unveiled. The particles that form the fabric of our reality dance in a delicate balance of uncertainty and probability, each contributing to the vast tapestry of existence. Embracing this perspective can inspire awe, curiosity, and a deeper appreciation for the intricacies of life and its myriad possibilities. In this quantum landscape, where everything is interconnected and teeming with potential, we begin to understand that existence itself is a significant part of something breathtakingly beautiful. The Rashomon effect takes its name from a classic Japanese film directed by Akira Kurosawa that explores the nature of truth and perception. It highlights how different individuals can perceive the same event in remarkably different ways, revealing much about the subjective nature of memory and reality. This phenomenon is particularly fascinating, not only in its implications for storytelling and film, but also in its relevance to our everyday lives, especially when it comes to remembering events. Imagine being at a party where a minor incident occurs. In one corner, a heated disagreement breaks out between two people. The next day, each person who witnessed the incident recounts their version of what happened. One person might describe it as a fiery argument, filled with shouting and gestures, emphasizing the intensity of the interaction. Another might recall it as a simple exchange of differing opinions, downplaying any drama. Meanwhile, a third witness might insist that it was friendly debating, full of laughter, misinterpreting the tone entirely. These three versions highlight how individual backgrounds, beliefs, emotions, and expectations shape what we observe, know, and ultimately remember. It's intriguing to think about how our own experiences color our perceptions. For example, one witness might have had a recent argument with a friend, causing them to interpret the disagreement through a lens of conflict. Another might have experienced a recent reconciliation, fearing that any disagreement could signal a return to previous tensions. This effect is not just limited to personal anecdotes. It extends into areas such as historical events, legal testimonies, and even news reporting. In a courtroom, for instance, eyewitness testimony can make or break a case. Different witnesses might highlight various elements of an event, leading to conflicting versions of the same incident. One might focus on the appearance of the accused, while another could recount the actions leading up to the event. Both perspectives are shaped by the witness's backgrounds, biases, and even moods at the time. The concept also prompts us to think about how we share stories. When telling a story to friends, we often unconsciously manipulate details to enhance the narrative or to express our perspective. The intention can be innocent, born out of a desire to connect with others. However, this subjectivity means that the same event can turn into many stories, each valid in its own way. If one person tells the story of the heated argument, while another shares a more lighthearted version, what happens when they collide? Each version reflects the storyteller's reality, adding depth and richness to the fabric of memories shared. Cultural background can further influence how individuals interpret events. In some cultures, confrontation is seen as a natural part of human interaction, while in others, it may be viewed as highly inappropriate. Therefore, the way a particular incident is perceived can differ not just from person to person, but also across different cultures. This leads to richer, albeit more complicated, interactions when individuals from various backgrounds come together. Consider how memory works on a psychological level. The brain does not record events like a camera. Instead, it encodes information, reorganizes it, and stores it in a network of interconnected ideas and experiences. Over time, memories can morph as they are recalled, influenced by emotions at the moment of recollection, discussions with others, and new information learned after. A vivid memory might shift in the retelling, with certain details coming to the forefront, while others fade into obscurity. In understanding the Rashomon effect, it's essential to appreciate that these varying perspectives are not merely discrepancies. They illuminate the complexity of human experience. They celebrate the fact that we are not simply passive observers. Instead, we actively interpret and contribute to the stories we share. When looking at a single event from multiple angles, what might initially appear as confusion can transform into a tapestry of insights, demonstrating the richness of human perception. To appreciate the broader implications of the Rashomon effect, we can consider its application to modern society, particularly in the age of social media. Today, events can be instantly recorded and broadcasted, leading to a myriad of interpretations as different voices find a platform. A viral video may spark debates that reflect varied perspectives and biases. As viewers, we are challenged to consider the motives, backgrounds, and contexts of those presenting their version of events. Reflecting on the Rashomon effect in our daily lives becomes a pathway to empathy and understanding. While we may not all agree on what happened, acknowledging that each perspective holds its own truth can foster a more inclusive dialogue. By recognizing the subjectivity inherent in memory and perception, we equip ourselves to engage meaningfully in conversations about our experiences. Ultimately, the Rashomon effect serves as a reminder that reality is not monolithic. Our memories are filtered through personal biases, emotional landscapes, and social contexts. While one person's version of events might not align with another's, both are valid, shaped by their unique experiences. In navigating the world, understanding this can lead to deeper connections with others, as we learn to appreciate the multifaceted nature of human experience and the stories we tell. In the vast expanse of the natural world, certain events have stirred curiosity and ignited the imagination of those who seek to understand the mysteries of our reality. One such event is the Phillips Island disappearance, a case that remains shrouded in enigma, drawing together elements of intrigue, speculation, and a touch of the uncanny. On a seemingly ordinary day, a group of individuals set out for a leisure trip to Phillips Island, a picturesque destination known for its breathtaking coastal scenery and diverse wildlife. This island, rich in natural beauty, has long been a hub for tourists who come to enjoy its unique landscapes, serene beaches, and charming towns. The excitement of this getaway was palpable, as the travelers anticipated time spent exploring the island's rugged coastline, watching the sandy shores, and perhaps encountering the enchanting penguin parade that the island is famous for. However, as the day progressed, something unusual occurred. The group, comprising friends who had eagerly planned this excursion for weeks, vanished without a trace. Friends and family members who were meant to join them on the island reported feeling a deep sense of unease when they failed to receive any updates from the group throughout the day. As hours turned into anxious waits, a search operation was initiated. A decision prompted not only by the group's disappearance, but also by the inexplicable absence of any evidence to suggest where they might have gone. Search teams combed the island, scouring its rugged terrain, sandy beaches, and densely wooded areas. Rescuers painstakingly traversed each corner of the island, hoping to uncover clues that would explain the sudden absence of this group of friends. However, as the hours turned into days, the uncertainty deepened. No physical traces were found. As investigators and the community rallied together in search of answers, speculation began to swirl around the circumstances of the disappearance. Some theories suggested that perhaps the travelers encountered a hidden cave or an area of the island that was difficult to navigate. Others raised the possibility that they might have fallen victim to the unpredictable Australian weather, which can transform rapidly, creating treacherous situations even for the most prepared adventurer. Yet a more peculiar notion began to take root in local folklore, one that toyed with the very fabric of reality. With no physical signs of the group, whispers of reality shifts emerged, concepts suggesting a transition into an alternate realm or dimension. This idea challenged conventional thinking and invited conversation about the nature of existence and our understanding of the universe. Could it be that they had crossed over into some hidden plane of reality, now unknown to us? Meanwhile, the search continued. Local communities held vigils, unfurling banners, and spreading hope for the safe return of individuals who had ventured into the beautiful wild, but had seemingly slipped beyond the reach of reality as known by those searching for them. The emotional gravity of the situation weighed heavily on everyone involved. Friends and families forbore the not knowing, grappling with the uncertainty of what may have transpired. Their hearts were filled with hope, intertwined with the haunting question that lingered. What truly happened to the group on that ordinary day? As days turned into weeks, the story of the Phillips Island disappearance took on a life of its own. It wove itself into local history, becoming an urban legend that captivated the imagination of those who heard it. Stories were shared in cafes, over campfires, and at community gatherings, passing from person to person, each retelling adding a new layer to the narrative. As time marched forward, the island itself became a backdrop to cautionary tales, as locals began advising visitors to be wary of certain paths, or secluded areas where strange occurrences were said to have happened. As years rolled by, the event sparked interest far beyond the borders of Phillips Island. Documentarians, explorers, and curious minds ventured to the island, capturing its essence through film, interviews, and explorations. The tales of the vanished group echoed through their narratives, transforming the ordinary landscape into a place filled with wonder and mystery. Web forums buzzed with discussions, theories crafted over late-night chats, where enthusiasts sought to piece together the puzzle of reality shifts and the potential for alternate dimensions, reflecting back at us. With the sands of time continuing to drift, coastlines reshaped by the waves, and new visitors arriving on the island, the disappearance remains an ever-important reminder. It invites each of us to ponder the unknown and embrace the mysteries that weave through the tapestry of our existence. Phillips Island, forever marked by the event, stands as both a destination for adventure seekers and a canvas for exploring the depths of human imagination. Visitors who stroll along its scenic paths might feel a gentle breeze or hear the distant call of wildlife, and perhaps, for just a moment, reflect on the possibility of what lies beyond the veil of our known reality. Thus, the Phillips Island disappearance serves not only as an unresolved enigma, but also as a testament to the allure of the unknown, igniting our desire for exploration and inviting us to recognize that even in the most serene and beautiful places, extraordinary stories await to be discovered. As curiosity continues to be an intrinsic part of human nature, this tale will linger, whispered amongst those who wonder what truly lies beyond our grasp. The EPR Paradox, named after its creators Einstein, Podolsky, and Rosen, is one of the most fascinating and puzzling concepts in quantum physics. Formulated in 1935, it challenges our understanding of reality and has sparked decades of debate among scientists and philosophers alike. At its core, the EPR paradox delves into the phenomenon known as quantum entanglement, a peculiar relationship that can exist between particles, leading to some astonishing implications for our understanding of the universe. To grasp the essence of this paradox, it helps to first understand what quantum entanglement entails. Imagine two particles that are created simultaneously and in such a way that their properties are interconnected, regardless of the distance separating them. If you measure the state of one particle, you instantly gain knowledge about the state of the other, no matter how far apart they are. It is as if they are communicating with each other faster than light, defying the classical ideas of locality. That is, the principle that objects are only influenced by their immediate surroundings. Einstein, Podolsky, and Rosen questioned the completeness of quantum mechanics based on this phenomenon. They argued that if entangled particles could instantaneously affect one another's states, then quantum mechanics must be incomplete. Their famous paper proposed a thought experiment that illustrated their concerns. Picture this. You have a pair of entangled particles, and you send one particle to a distant location while keeping the other in your possession. If you measure the position or momentum of your particle, the distant one will instantaneously reflect that change. This strange and seemingly instant connection led them to propose that the universe might be governed by hidden variables that quantum mechanics does not account for. They envisioned that these hidden aspects would determine the outcomes of the measurements, thus suggesting the existence of a more profound level of reality that quantum mechanics had not yet uncovered. To Einstein, this notion was unsettling. He famously referred to the phenomenon as spooky action at a distance, indicating his discomfort with the implications of quantum entanglement. Over time, the EPR paradox spurred significant advances in the field of quantum physics. It motivated researchers to conduct experiments that could either confirm or refute its claim. The advent of more advanced technology and increased understanding of quantum mechanics led to the development of various experiments, notably those conducted by physicist John Bell in the 1960s. Bell's theorem, which derived from the EPR paper, laid the groundwork for a series of experiments that aimed to test the predictions of quantum mechanics against the idea of hidden variables. Numerous experiments have since been conducted, consistently affirming the predictions of quantum mechanics and, by extension, the reality of quantum entanglement. These findings have profound implications, not only for our understanding of the universe, but also for concepts like information theory, quantum computing, and even the fabric of reality itself. As researchers explore these realms, they find that entangled particles are not merely linked in a way that allows for instantaneous communication. They appear to share a deep connection that hints at the possibility of multiple realities and dimensions existing alongside our own. When we consider how entanglement might connect alternate realities, we enter into a speculative yet captivating dialogue about the nature of existence. Imagine a multiverse where every choice and every possibility creates a new branch, leading to realities that coexist parallel to one another. In this view, entangled particles in one universe might share connections with their counterparts in myriad alternate realities, each reflecting different outcomes based on choices made or paths taken. This exploration resonates deeply with our intuition about life and choices, the notion that every action can lead to infinite possibilities. The EPR paradox invites us to consider the implications of such interconnectedness and what it might mean for our understanding of cause and effect. Are we merely isolated observers, or are we interconnected in ways that transcend our current perception of time and space? As we delve deeper into these questions, we are compelled to reflect on the nature of reality itself. The EPR paradox serves as a gateway to richer discussions about how we perceive the universe, highlighting the intricate dance of particles that reflects a deeper truth about existence. Each particle, each choice we make, could echo through the dimensions, resonating with the experiences of entangled counterparts in alternate realities. In the end, the journey through the EPR paradox is one of exploration and wonder. It encourages us to imagine a universe far more complex and intertwined than we currently conceive. It invites us to stretch our understanding of connection, reality, and existence, urging us to embrace the mysteries that quantum physics seeks to unveil. Einstein, Podolsky, and Rosen laid the groundwork for a conversation that goes beyond science. It touches upon the very nature of consciousness, choice, and the infinite possibilities that form the tapestry of our universe. As we contemplate these ideas, we may find ourselves pondering our place in a cosmos where the rules are not merely rigid laws, but a dynamic interplay of infinite connections, revealing the beauty and complexity of existence in ways we are only beginning to understand. Alternate history fiction is a captivating genre that invites readers to explore intriguing what-if scenarios, presenting a world that diverges from our known history. By reimagining pivotal moments from the past, these stories spark our curiosity and challenge our understanding of causality and consequence. Imagine, for example, a world where the Axis powers won World War II. Such a premise sets the stage for a profoundly different global landscape. Nations might have been reshaped under oppressive regimes, leading to an alternate geopolitical balance. The resistance movements that rise up in response to such oppression offer thrilling narratives of courage and rebellion. In this reality, cities might be divided not just by borders on a map, but by ideologies that dictate daily life. The stories that unfold examine the human spirit and resilience in the face of tyranny. Another fascinating scenario could explore what might have occurred if the Roman Empire had never fallen. What if, instead of crumbling under internal strife and external pressures, this vast empire had continued to evolve? Technology, culture, and governance might have taken entirely different paths. Imagine a world where Roman innovations like roads, aqueducts, and political structures persisted, leading to an advanced civilization that could rival our modern technological achievements. This narrative gives rise to characters who might embody enduring Roman virtues, while also facing the challenges that come with managing a sprawling empire in a changing world. Then there are the stories that consider the repercussions of key figures surviving longer than they did. For instance, what if John F. Kennedy had lived after his presidency? The implications for civil rights, foreign policy, and the Vietnam War could ripple through history in ways we can only speculate about. When imagining these alternative outcomes, one can delve into the profound societal changes that might emerge from such personalities remaining in power or altering their course of action at crucial junctures. The genre also allows us to revisit major technological breakthroughs in a different light. Think about a world where Nikola Tesla's ideas about wireless energy became the norm early in the 20th century. This shift could reshape industries, influence global energy policies, and alter the environmental impact of resource extraction. Stories that spring from this scenario can take the reader on a journey through an electrified world, replete with inventions that never came to be. Or you can describe the struggles of innovators fighting against a backdrop of ignorance towards their advanced ideas. Literature, too, plays a role. Consider a timeline where the Library of Alexandria remains intact and becomes a beacon for knowledge that flows freely through the ages. This could cultivate an environment where Enlightenment philosophies take root centuries earlier, shaping cultures in ways that elevate humanity's understanding of science, art, and philosophy. Characters in this world navigate a society that values knowledge, with plots revolving around the interaction between enlightenment and superstition. Furthermore, family dynamics and personal relationships become compelling avenues to explore in alternate history fiction. For instance, envision a scenario where the infamous feud between the Montagues and Capulets, leading to dramatic, tragic consequences, could instead create a lasting peace. This narrative could delve into themes of forgiveness, understanding, and the complexities of human relationships. By engaging with these characters, readers can glean insights into the ways that choices can alter the course of both history and personal lives profoundly. The genre also often grapples with the consequences of technological advancements as they unfold. Imagine a timeline where the internet was invented in the 1960s rather than the 1990s. The social landscape, communication, and globalization would drastically change, perhaps leading to a world of hyperconnectivity where privacy is a commodity of the past. Narratives explore not just the whims of technology, but also the ethical dilemmas that arise from such a shift and how humanity navigates a digitally dominated existence. All these hypotheticals bring to life the concept of alternate histories, rewarding both the reader and the writer with an exploration of creativity and imagination. They highlight how fragile the tapestry of history can be, while allowing us to think critically about the present. The connections drawn between different timelines often lead to important discussions about identity, societal progress, and moral choices. In essence, alternate history fiction breathes new life into the study of history, encouraging us to ponder our present and future. By engaging with these narratives, we are often inspired to reflect on our world critically, considering how single decisions can reverberate through time and what realities we might create based on the choices we make today. This genre captivates the imagination and invites us to explore the boundless possibilities that lie just one compelling idea away. As we journey through these reimagined timelines, we realize that history is not just what was, but also what could have been. Cosmic string theories present a fascinating frontier in our understanding of the universe. These hypothetical threads of energy, much thinner than a proton yet stretching across vast distances, offer intriguing possibilities that challenge our perceptions of reality and space-time. Imagine cosmic strings as one-dimensional defects in the fabric of space-time, akin to the ripples created when a stone is thrown into a still pond. These strings are theorized to have formed in the early moments of the universe during a phase transition, much like how ice forms when water freezes. As we delve further into the nature of these cosmic strings, we encounter their remarkable properties. They are theorized to possess immense mass and energy density, enabling them to warp the space around them in dramatic ways. Picture a cosmic string as a sort of cosmic highway, with its gravitational pull curving the surrounding area in a manner that could influence the motion of nearby objects. This peculiar behavior raises captivating questions about the potential effects these strings might have on the universe. One of the most intriguing possibilities associated with cosmic strings is the idea that they could create gateways between alternate realities. This stems from their unique abilities to warp space-time. In theory, if two cosmic strings were to intersect or come in close proximity, the gravitational effects could lead to the formation of a bridge, a conduit connecting different regions of space-time. Imagine standing on one side of a shimmering portal and gazing into a vibrant world that exists parallel to your own. This concept evokes endless imagination about the nature of existence and the infinite possibilities of alternate reality. In literature and media, we often encounter notions of parallel universes. The concept resonates deeply with human curiosity, inspiring stories of countless worlds coexisting side by side, each with their own unique characteristics and narratives. Theories surrounding cosmic strings add a layer of scientific intrigue to these tales. The strings serve as a metaphor for potential crossings, seamless transitions between experiences and realities that we might only dream about. Wow! Moreover, cosmic strings could play a significant role in the evolution of the universe as we know it. If these threads exist, they might be responsible for the formation of structures we observe in the cosmos, such as galaxies. As they tug on the fabric of space-time, they could influence the distribution of matter and energy, shaping the universe in ways we are just beginning to understand. By studying cosmic strings and their implications, physicists hope to unlock secrets that might bridge our understanding of the microcosm of particles and the macrocosm of galaxies. The exploration of cosmic strings also leads us down thought-provoking paths regarding the fundamental nature of reality. Questions arise about the origin of our universe and what existed before it. Were cosmic strings part of a grand design, or simply a byproduct of the forces at work in the early universe? As we unravel these mysteries, we grapple with our place in the cosmos, pondering what it means to be a part of something so vast and intricate. The quest for understanding cosmic strings does not only engage theoretical physicists, but has also sparked interest in fields ranging from cosmology to philosophy. These threads invite us to reflect on the very nature of existence. They compel us to ask deep questions. What if there are other versions of ourselves existing in alternate realities? How might our lives differ depending on choices made or paths taken? This exploration of alternate realities through the lens of cosmic string theory instills a sense of wonder and curiosity in the human spirit. With advancements in technology, scientists are devising methods for searching for these elusive cosmic threads. Through experiments and observations, researchers hope to find indirect evidence supporting or challenging the existence of cosmic strings. They examine cosmic background radiation and gravitational waves, seeking clues that could confirm the extraordinary theories surrounding these astronomical phenomena. As we contemplate the potential reality of cosmic strings, we engage in a powerful thought experiment. What if these threads are indeed present, intertwined throughout the vastness of the universe? Could they serve as conduits to infinite possibilities? The mere idea of embracing alternate realities informs our imaginations and reshapes our understanding of the cosmos. In conclusion, cosmic string theories encapsulate a world of possibilities and profound questions that captivate the mind. They invite us on a journey through the vast tapestry of the universe, urging us to explore concepts beyond our immediate perception of reality. As we ponder the intricate interplay of space-time and the potential for alternate worlds, we find ourselves at the intersection of science and wonder, forever inspired by the mysteries that cosmic strings may hold. The pursuit of knowledge, shaped by curiosity and imagination, leads us to contemplate realms of existence that extend far beyond our current understanding, pushing the boundaries of what we believe is possible. Throughout the history of human culture, stories of doppelgangers have captivated the imagination. These mysterious doubles, often depicted as eerie counterparts of ourselves, have woven their way through folklore and legends across various societies. The concept of encountering a version of oneself or an alter ego raises questions about identity and existence. Can we truly believe that there are alternate versions of ourselves living in parallel worlds? The Doppelgänger myth invites us to explore this tantalizing idea. The term doppelgänger originates from Germany, where it literally translates to double walker. In folklore, encountering your doppelganger is often seen as an ominous sign signaling impending doom or a connection to the supernatural. Various cultures around the world tell tales of uncanny resemblances that stir feelings of intrigue and wonder. In ancient Egypt, it was believed that every person had a Ka, a spiritual twin that accompanied them throughout life. This Ka would reside in the afterlife, ensuring a form of continuity beyond physical existence. Similarly, some Native American tribes held the belief that each person has a spirit twin living in another realm. This connection to one's doppelganger not only embodies a sense of duality, but also symbolizes the alignment between two worlds, our visible life and the unseen one. The legends associated with doppelgangers often portray them as harbingers of misfortune. In many European traditions, seeing your double is believed to foreshadow death or disaster. German folklore is filled with stories of doppelgangers meeting their living counterparts, leading to frightful consequences. One tale describes a traveler who encounters his doppelganger in a distant land. Terrified, he learns that this meeting foreshadows his demise. Such stories illustrate how doppelgangers embody both fascination and fear, occupying a liminal space that blurs the lines between reality and fantasy. In the realm of literature, doppelgangers frequently manifest as characters who highlight the complexity of human nature. Take Robert Louis Stevenson's strange case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, where the protagonist grapples with his dual identity. This tale delves into the darker aspects of humanity, illustrating how one person's good and evil can coexist. Here, the doppelganger serves not only as an external entity, but also as a reflection of the internal struggle between personality traits. Beyond literature, the modern interpretation of the doppelganger myth has evolved alongside scientific exploration. The notion of parallel realities, supported by concepts in quantum physics, suggests the possibility of multiple versions of ourselves coexisting in different dimensions. This idea, while abstract, captures the imagination. Consider the notion that countless decisions in our lives create divergent paths, leading to alternate versions of ourselves in parallel universes. Imagine that every time you choose one path over another, a new universe branches out where the alternative choice was made. The essence of the doppelganger myth takes on a new dimension here. Each time you make a decision, a version of you exists in that other reality. These alternate selves might lead lives very different from your own. Some may excel in ways you never dreamed of, while others may struggle with choices you avoided. This concept challenges our understanding of individuality and fate, positing that our lives are intricately woven with infinite possibilities. Cultural references to doppelgangers echo throughout the world, each adding unique flavors to the overarching myth. In Russian folklore, a doppelganger might appear to someone to provide guidance or insight. Instead of being a harbinger of doom, this double is a source of wisdom. This illustrates how interpretations of doppelgangers varied based on cultural beliefs, highlighting our collective fascination with the theme of duplicity. The fascination with doppelgangers extends into the realm of modern technology. With the rise of social media, the idea of a digital doppelganger emerges. People create profiles and personas that may not entirely represent them. The online self can diverge significantly from reality, akin to the way a doppelganger exists as an alternative version. This phenomenon adds layers to the myth, highlighting our struggle for authenticity in a world filled with curated images and representations. Philosophers have also engaged with the notion of the doppelganger. Existential questions arise around what defines us as individuals. If there are alternate versions of ourselves, does that mean our identity is fluid? Can we truly grasp the essence of our being when so many USs coexist in various forms? These explorations emphasize the depth of the Doppelgänger myth, representing not only a narrative device, but also a philosophical exploration of the self. In the end, the Doppelgänger myth offers a mirror into our own lives, challenging us to ponder who we are and how we relate to the world. It opens up a dialogue about identity, choice, and the unseen forces that shape our paths. Whether viewed through the lens of folklore or contemporary thought, the idea of an alternate self resonates deeply, urging us to consider the infinite possibilities of existence. Engaging with this myth allows us to venture into the unknown, exploring the realms of imagination that lie just beyond our reach, while pondering the mystery of what it means to be truly ourselves. The Mandela Catalogue is an intriguing internet horror series that delves into the unsettling nature of alternate realities and the bizarre occurrences that can emerge from them. This series has captivated audiences with its unique storytelling and chilling atmosphere, taking viewers on a journey that blurs the lines between reality and fiction. The narrative begins with the concept of anomalous events, which are extraordinary occurrences that appear to challenge the fabric of what we perceive as normal. Imagine going about your daily life and suddenly encountering something so out of place that it makes you question everything you know. This is the essence of the Mandela Catalogue, an exploration of the unfamiliar that dwells just beneath the surface of our everyday experiences. The term Mandela effect takes its name from the belief that many people remember Nelson Mandela dying in prison during the 1980s, when in fact he was released and went on to become the president of South Africa. This phenomenon serves as a springboard for the series, suggesting that our collective memories can sometimes misalign with reality. The series taps into this idea, proposing that alternate realities might overlap with our own, bringing forth strange entities and unsettling experiences. Through its unique visuals and storytelling techniques, the Mandela Catalogue presents a world where familiar settings and characters become distorted and unsettling. The series takes a minimalist approach, often employing static images, grainy footage, and eerie soundscapes to create an atmosphere thick with tension. This technique invites viewers to examine even the most mundane aspects of life, prompting them to consider what might be lurking just out of sight. Viewers are introduced to various characters who experience these anomalous events, and as the series unfolds, we witness their varying reactions to the bizarre phenomena around them. One could imagine a character stepping outside their home, only to find that the neighborhood seems slightly different. Perhaps houses are in the wrong places, or the sun casts strange shadows. These disorienting moments evoke feelings of paranoia and isolation, and viewers are compelled to question the reliability of their own perceptions. The exploration of identity is another compelling element of the series. As characters face alternate versions of themselves or others, the question arises, what makes us who we are? Is it our memories, our experiences, or our connections to the people around us? The unraveling of identities contributes to the sense of dread that permeates the series. Audiences may find themselves trying to parse what is real and what is simply a warped reflection of reality. Additionally, the series intersperses real-world themes and worries that resonate deeply with viewers today. Anxiety over technology, societal changes, and existential dread are all woven into the narrative fabric of the Mandela Catalogue. As characters grapple with their realities, viewers are often left to reflect on their own lives and the growing uncertainties in the modern world. Each episode builds its horror gradually, employing subtlety rather than explicit gore or violence. This approach is significant as it allows the imagination to run wild. Viewers find themselves haunted, not by what they see, but by what they do not. The silence between sounds, the faint flicker of lights, or a shadow just out of view, all contribute to a feeling of ongoing suspense, keeping viewers on edge throughout the unfolding story. Moreover, the fan engagement surrounding the Mandela Catalogue adds another layer of depth to the series. As viewers speculate and share their theories online, communities form around the narrative, allowing for a rich discussion about what the series means. Theories regarding hidden meanings, ties to real-world phenomena, and connections between episodes foster an environment of interaction and collaboration. This dynamic creates a sense of belonging among fans, united in their fascination with the mysteries being explored. The visual style of the series is also noteworthy. Often characterized by retro aesthetics and a lack of polished production, the art direction invokes a sense of nostalgia, enhancing the overall experience. It evokes familiarity while simultaneously introducing distortion, leaving viewers questioning the nature of what they are perceiving. The deliberate use of color, shadows, and framing amplifies the feeling of unease, transforming ordinary scenes into something else entirely. As you engage with the Mandela Catalogue, consider how the interplay of memory and reality shapes your perceptions. Picture a light blinking in an empty room, or a face that seems familiar but is not quite the same. The subtle disruptions in everyday life remind us that there are countless possibilities lying just beyond our immediate comprehension. The uncanny nature of the series encourages us to remain vigilant, to pay attention to our surroundings, and to confront the unknown with curiosity rather than fear. In conclusion, the Mandela Catalogue stands out as a powerful exploration of alternate realities and the uncanny events that can arise from them. By weaving together themes of memory, identity, and perception, the series captivates audiences while challenging them to reconsider the world around them. Each episode invites viewers to take a closer look at the familiar and to remain open to the possibility of the extraordinary hidden within the mundane. Whether discussing the Mandela effect or envisioning new realities, this series leaves an indelible impression, evoking contemplation long after the screen goes dark. In the realm of dreams, where the boundaries of reality blur, there exists a phenomenon known as false awakening dreams. These experiences can be both fascinating and disorienting. Imagine this. You find yourself in your own bedroom, yet something feels slightly off. The room looks just like you remember, with your favorite book resting on the nightstand and the familiar light filtering through the curtains. However, as you begin to move, a sense of unease gradually creeps in. Is this reality, or merely a cleverly crafted illusion of your sleeping mind? False awakenings often create a vivid dream world, echoing the details of your waking life. A common occurrence among these dreams is the buildup of mundane activities. You might dream of getting out of bed, preparing breakfast, or even engaging in a morning routine. Each action feels entirely authentic, almost too real to question. However, what makes false awakening dreams particularly intriguing is that, unlike regular dreams that can soar into fantastical realms, these dreams present a surreal reflection of your daily experiences. Picture yourself sitting at the kitchen table, sipping a cup of coffee. The aroma is rich, and the warmth of the cup feels reassuring in your hands. You might even hear the distant sound of birds chirping outside the window, harmonizing with the clink of a spoon against a ceramic bowl. But wait, didn't you just wake up? The line between dream and reality begins to blur, leading to a curious sense of confusion. Many individuals report that in these moments, there is a compelling urge to discern the truth. How can one be so sure of what is genuine when the familiar starts to warp? Some dreamers find that checking one's reflection in a mirror or attempting to read a clock can act as anchors to reality. In dreams, reflections may appear distorted, and time on a clock can be nonsensical, highlighting the illusion. Yet, these markers are not foolproof. It can create a fascinating yet puzzling spiral where dreamers question their own perceptions. The sensation of being trapped in a loop is another captivating aspect of false awakenings. It is not uncommon for individuals to experience the same morning routine over and over, as if they are caught in a never-ending cycle. They awaken, only to find themselves in the same scenario minutes later, each time becoming progressively more aware of the surreal nature of their experiences. Some describe these moments as a sort of mental purgatory, where the mind races with questions, and the possibility of liberation from the cycle remains just out of reach. Interestingly, false awakening dreams can be rich with insights about the subconscious mind. They may reflect an internal struggle, anxieties about daily life, or even the pressure of impending responsibilities. If one has been procrastinating on a task or feeling overwhelmed, the mind may replay these scenarios in dream form, inviting the dreamer to confront their feelings. Each awakening can symbolize a struggle with one's own thoughts and desires, urging an exploration of what lurks beneath the surface. Consider the emotional landscape of a false awakening. Without the typical boundaries of waking life, the dreamer can experience a whirlwind of feelings: confusion, fear, relief, or even elation upon realization that it was a dream. Some may feel a rush of creativity, as the vividness of these dreams can often invite inspiration. Artists and writers have long drawn upon the imagery and emotions from their dreams, finding that the bizarre can lead to profound creative breakthroughs. Moreover, these dreams can foster a unique curiosity about the workings of the brain. They remind us that the mind is an extraordinary device capable of creating worlds. The capacity to generate seemingly tangible experiences from entirely abstract thoughts invites a deeper examination of consciousness itself. What are dreams trying to tell us? Are they merely the result of a wandering mind, or do they hold significance in our waking lives? As the experience of false awakening dreams evolves, many individuals discover techniques to harness this awareness. Some find joy in exploring their dreamscape, learning to become lucid, thus enhancing their dream experiences. This exploration can lead to remarkable adventures where the dreamer acknowledges they are dreaming and takes control of the narrative. It can transform a disorienting experience into an exhilarating journey through untapped creativity and imagination. In summary, false awakening dreams present both an engaging unease and a marvel of the mind's capabilities. They challenge our perceptions of reality while encouraging us to delve into our subconscious thoughts and feelings. In this mirrored illusion of our waking lives, we can find glimpses of our fears, aspirations, and unexplored creativity. As you navigate this dream realm, if you were to find yourself within it, embrace the beauty and chaos of the journey, for it may lead you to understand more about yourself and the extraordinary potential of your own consciousness. Within these experiences lies an invitation to expand one's perception, revealing hidden truths that linger just beyond the grasp of the waking world. The Mandela Catalogue is a fascinating exploration of horror within the realm of YouTube, leveraging the power of digital media to weave narratives that evoke a sense of uncanny uncertainty. It masterfully presents themes that disturb the ordinary world, suggesting that reality might be not quite what it seems. This experience taps into the collective fear of the unknown, manifesting through visuals that cause the viewer to question their perceptions. Imagine browsing through videos on YouTube, a platform known for its vast array of content, when suddenly you encounter a video that feels eerily off. The Mandela Catalogue thrives on this sensation, invoking a sense of foreboding that resonates deeply with its audience. The eerie aesthetics, unsettling sound design, and intricate storylines cultivate an atmosphere where viewers are left pondering the implications of what they've just witnessed. Within this alternate reality, the catalog introduces characters and entities that are reflections of our own identities, but twisted in ways that make them unnerving. The figures portrayed, often featuring disjointed facial features and unsettling movements, serve to blur the lines between the familiar and the bizarre. This particular style of horror does not rely on overt gore or violence. Instead, it plays with psychological elements, allowing the audience's imagination to conjure their fears, which can be far more impactful than anything vividly depicted on screen. Several elements contribute to the unnerving charm of the Mandela Catalogue. The use of found footage creates a sense of authenticity, making the narrative feel as if it could exist at the fringes of reality. This technique engages the viewer by suggesting that somewhere in the vast and interconnected web of thoughts and experiences, these stories might have a foothold in actual events. The implication is both compelling and chilling. The audio design further enhances the experience, utilizing discordant sounds that trigger a fight or flight response. Subtle background noises, whispers, or distorted static can make even the simplest scenes feel loaded with tension. Viewers find themselves on edge, waiting for the unexpected to emerge from the shadows. The soundscapes create auditory cues that lead to an immersive emotional journey, ensuring that the viewer remains engaged through suspenseful anticipation. An iconic motif within the Mandela Catalogue is the concept of alternate reality. The notion that there could be versions of ourselves in parallel dimensions adds a layer of existential dread. What if there are other Mimis out there who made different choices or exist in different contexts? Each viewing leads one deeper into the intricate web of possibilities that challenge our understanding of self and identity. You may find yourself drawn into specific stories that radiate an emotional resonance. For example, a tale that revolves around a character encountering their doppelganger can stir profound reflections about the nature of existence and worth. This scenario forces the viewer to grapple with questions of individuality and the essence of what makes us uniquely ourselves. By confronting these deeply personal themes through a horror lens, the Mandela Catalogue effectively melds psychological narratives with the uncanny. Themes of isolation further permeate the visuals and storytelling. As characters often experience a disconnect from their surroundings, viewers can relate to that sense of alienation in a world that feels increasingly fragmented. This exploration of loneliness forces introspection, pushing individuals to reflect on their own experiences with isolation and their perceptions of their reality. Social commentary is subtly woven into the narratives. Issues such as societal pressure, mental health, and the fear of judgment manifest in ways that resonate with the audience. When viewers recognize that these profound themes are expressed through the lens of horror, they engage in deeper discourse about the relevance of these issues in their lives. The Mandela Catalogue prompts important conversations about our shared humanity through its disturbingly captivating storytelling. Moreover, The community surrounding the Mandela Catalogue is an essential aspect of its allure. Fans engage with one another through theories, analyses, and discussions about the underlying meanings and symbolism in the videos. This collaborative act of interpretation fosters a shared experience that extends beyond just the viewing. The community builds camaraderie in the exploration of fear and intrigue, enriching the overall encounter with the content. As you delve into the realities presented in materials like the Mandela Catalogue, intrigue will undoubtedly meld with uncertainty. Each new video can take you down unfamiliar pathways, allowing exploration of deep fears while prompting thoughts about the nature of perception. The interplay between visuals and sounds creates an engaging experience that lingers in the mind long after viewing. The blend of horror with psychological inquiry encourages a continuous examination of reality and identity. The Mandela Catalogue is more than just a collection of eerie tales. It serves as a vessel for commentary on the human condition, a place where fear meets introspection, and where viewers can confront unsettling possibilities about the nature of their realities. As we engage with these themes, what unfolds is not just horror, but an exploration of who we are in a world that is always shifting, subtly yet profoundly, beneath our feet. The Mandela effect is a fascinating phenomenon where a large group of people remember something differently than the way it occurred. This collective memory error often involves well-known cultural elements, leading many to believe that an alternate reality or timeline exists. The term was coined by Fiona Broome, who discovered that she was not alone in her false memory surrounding Nelson Mandela's life and death. Many believed he passed away in prison during the 1980s, despite his actual release in 1990 and subsequent presidency. This curious occurrence extends beyond historical figures into the realms of pop culture, sparking intrigue and debate among enthusiasts and casual observers alike. Instances of the Mandela effect can be found in movies, television shows, and iconic slogans. For example, the beloved cartoon franchise The Berenstain Bears, about a family of anthropomorphic bears, often trips up fans who remember it as the Berenstain Bears. This subtle shift from the letter Atui has left many questioning their memories, igniting conversations and theories about what might have caused such a widespread discrepancy. Another classic example lies within the iconic line from the movie Star Wars. Fans frequently recall Darth Vader proclaiming, "Luke, I am your father." However, the actual line is, "No, I am your father," a minor detail that catches many off guard. This memorable misquote has seeped into the fabric of pop culture to the extent that it has been referenced in parodies, humorous sketches, and casual conversations, reinforcing the misremembered version in the public consciousness. Similarly, the character of Curious George, the small mischievous monkey, is remembered by many to have a tail. In reality, Curious George has never had a tail. This made-up detail has puzzled fans of the books and television adaptations as they revisit their memories of this endearing character. Stories shared among friends often blend with these memories, making it easy for a misconception like this to flourish. The realm of logos and mascots also hosts its fair share of perplexities. For instance, many people distinctly remember the peanut butter brand Jif as Jiffy, leading to a collective sense of confusion. Social media has become a hotbed for these discussions, with individuals sharing similar recollections of the brand name, further perpetuating the idea that they might have experienced a shared misrepresentation. Popular movie franchises are not exempt from this curious memory phenomenon either. In Forrest Gump, a famous line often misquoted is, "Life is like a box of chocolates." Yet, the true quote is, "Life was like a box of chocolates." This subtle shift in tense has led to significant debate and nostalgia, as fans recall various interpretations and moments associated with the film. Even classic animations are not spared from the Mandela effect. Many people insist that the famous cartoon character Pikachu has a black tip on his tail. In fact, Pikachu's tail is entirely yellow, a detail that countless fans seem to misremember. This divergence leads to playful debates among fans, especially during trivia nights or discussions surrounding their favorite childhood cartoons. The phenomenon also extends to literary works. The beloved Dr. Seuss character, the Cat in the Hat, sometimes finds itself in the midst of these memory mishaps, particularly with the details of the stories and character design. Fans may recall aspects of the story differently from how they were originally presented, igniting curiosity into the nature of memory and how shared experiences can shape our perceptions of reality. So why do these collective misremembrances occur? Some suggest it may stem from the shared experiences and cultural references that bind communities together. When many individuals recall the same detail incorrectly, it can create an echo chamber of memory that seems more reliable to them. Others theorize about the brain's processing of information and how the blending of similar memories contributes to misinterpretation. The Mandela effect invites both individuals and communities to engage in discussions about memory and perception. It serves as a reminder of the subjectivity of our experiences and how easily our minds can be influenced by others. The joy of dissecting these widespread memories fosters camaraderie as people bond over their shared, remembered experiences, leading to lighthearted debates about their favorite films, books, and characters. In an era of rapidly changing information and digital communication, the Mandela effect represents a deeper exploration of reality and perception. Whether it involves a beloved childhood series, altered quotes from classic films, or familiar logos, these misremembered details become conversation starters, allowing for reflection on how our memories are shaped over time. Ultimately, the Mandela effect transcends simple misunderstanding. It serves as a compelling exploration of collective memory. As culture continues to evolve, these shared experiences create a tapestry of human perception, illustrating the intricate ways in which communities remember, reinterpret, and redefine their favorite stories and characters. Each instance of the Mandela effect, from playful discussions to profound debates, deepens our understanding of memory and its remarkable ability to adapt, change, and connect us with one another across time and place. Retrocausal phenomena captivate the imagination and challenge our conventional understanding of time. The concept suggests that events can be influenced by future actions, creating a fascinating interplay between cause and effect that may transcend the linear flow we are accustomed to. This intriguing idea has roots in both philosophy and modern physics, presenting a cosmic puzzle that invites exploration. Imagine a scenario in which a decision made today has a ripple effect that reaches into the past. This notion sounds like the plot of a science fiction novel, yet it raises questions that touch on the very fabric of our universe. Could our future choices lay down threads of influence that resonate with events that have already occurred? Some theorists posit that if time is not strictly linear, but rather a complex web of interconnections, then our perception of causality might be fundamentally flawed. Consider the concept of retrocausality in quantum mechanics. In the realm of particles and waves, strange phenomena, such as entanglement and superposition, defy traditional causative sequences. When two particles become entangled, the state of one can instantaneously affect the state of another, regardless of the distance separating them. This web of interdependence suggests a reality where time may not function solely in a forward direction. The implications are staggering. If such relationships exist on a quantum level, could analogous phenomena occur on a larger cosmic scale? A tantalizing example to illustrate this idea is the phenomenon known as precognition. Individuals claim to experience knowledge of events before they occur, possibly suggesting a connection to future outcomes that play a role in shaping past experiences. While such claims might seem anecdotal, they provoke deeper inquiries into how our consciousness interacts with time. What if there is a subtle influence at work, whereby our awareness of a future event subtly modifies our present conditions? The boundaries between past, present, and future might not be as rigid as we commonly believe. We can also draw parallels with certain interpretations of time travel. In numerous sci-fi tales, characters venture into the past and alter significant historical events, sometimes resulting in unexpected and paradoxical consequences. This narrative device reflects a retrocausal effect, where actions intended to change the future inadvertently reshape the past. The famous grandfather paradox illustrates this concept, questioning what happens if someone prevents their own existence in the past. Yet, such complexities highlight the intertwining of cause and effect that challenges our linear perception of time. Philosophers, too, have grappled with these ideas. Thinkers like David Lewis have suggested the existence of counterfactuals, exploring concepts tied to possibility and alternate realities. If an action in the present can change the trajectory of an individual's life, could it also, in some way, affect events that have already happened? Such inquiries invite us to reconsider the implications of our choices and their potential impacts across time. In our exploration of retrocausality, we must also consider the role of memories. Memories are often seen as snapshots of the past, yet they are malleable, subject to reinterpretation. As we recount experiences, do we inadvertently allow our current understanding to influence how we perceive those memories? If our future perspectives reshape our recollections, this introduces a fascinating feedback loop, where time is not merely a straight line, but an intricate tapestry we weave with our thoughts and actions. As we observe patterns in nature, there are occasional flickers of retrocausal-like behavior. For example, certain phenomena in astrophysics, such as black holes and wormholes, hint at latent movements through time and space. The theories surrounding these cosmic entities suggest realms where time might bend and twist, allowing influence to flow in both directions. Imagine the richness of understanding if we could harness such forces, an ability to glimpse not just the future, but also to perceive echoes from the past, crafting a dynamic understanding of existence. In literature, artists and storytellers have long harnessed the intrigue of time as a theme. The works of authors like H.G. Wells and Kurt Vonnegut drive home the complexities and paradoxes inherent in time travel and manipulation. Their narratives ignite a spark of curiosity within us, encouraging viewers and readers to think beyond the confines of their familiar realities. They engage us in dialogues about how our present is an amalgamation of choices shaped, in part, by outcomes yet to unfold. In our daily lives, we sometimes find ourselves reflecting on past decisions and wondering how different choices might have altered our paths. This introspection reflects a human desire to explore possibilities and potential futures. Perhaps this drive to consider the implications of our actions embodies the essence of retrocausality, nudging us to believe that the threads of time are interconnected in ways still beyond our full comprehension. As we delve deeper into the mysteries of the universe, the exploration of retrocausal phenomena invites us to embrace a broader, more intricate narrative. It challenges us to rethink our relationship with time and causation, opening doors to new understandings that transcend conventional wisdom. While our understanding may still be nascent, the journey into these captivating concepts offers endless possibilities for discovery and insight, revealing a universe rich with stories yet to be told. Imagine for a moment that the world around you is not quite what it seems. Philosophers and theorists have long debated the idea that we may be living in a simulation, an alternate reality crafted by beings far beyond our understanding. This concept is known as the simulation argument, and it raises intriguing questions about existence, reality, and the nature of our universe. The simulation argument propels us into an exploration of technology and consciousness. At its core, the theory suggests that as civilizations advance, the capability to create highly sophisticated simulations increases dramatically. Think of video games today, where virtual worlds can feel remarkably real. Now, picture a future with even more advanced technology, capable of simulating entire lives, societies, and histories so convincingly that the individuals within them would have no idea they were part of a simulation. This leap from technology to philosophical inquiry invites us to consider our own reality and the origins of our existence. One of the key voices in this conversation is philosopher Nick Bostrom. He proposed a trilemma consisting of three possibilities regarding the fate of advanced civilization. The first proposition suggests that almost all civilizations at our technological level will go extinct before reaching a level capable of creating such simulations. If this is true, we may be among the last generations to exist in the universe. The second scenario posits that if civilizations do reach this advanced stage, they might not be interested in creating simulations of their ancestors. This raises fascinating ethical discussions. Would future beings prioritize authenticity over artificial experiences? Could ethical considerations lead them to avoid recreating their past? The third proposition, which many find the most captivating, asserts that if advanced civilizations create numerous simulations, the likelihood that we are in the base reality, the original, unsimulated version, becomes exceedingly low. If countless simulated realities exist, and only one base reality does, it means that statistically, we are more likely to be in one of those simulations, rather than in the original existence. To visualize this argument, consider a simple analogy. Imagine 1,000 people, each spinning their own unique story. Yet only one of those stories is true in a conventional sense. If we were to randomly select someone from this group, the odds are that we would land on one of the fictional tales rather than the one factual narrative. This leads us to ponder further. If we are indeed living in a simulation, what might that mean for our understanding of consciousness and self-awareness? It opens up discussions around free will. If our lives are scripted in a simulation, how much control do we really have over our actions? Philosophers dissect the implications of determinism versus freedom in this context. Are we simply characters playing out a role, or do we possess the agency to make choices that can influence the course of our simulated lives? As fascinating as the notion of being part of a grand simulation may be, it brings up essential philosophical questions about the nature of reality itself. What truly defines existence? If experiences can feel genuine, evoke emotion, and create significance regardless of their nature? Can we derive meaning from these simulated experiences? The idea challenges our perceptions of reality in profound ways, leading us to question what it truly means to be alive. Critics of the simulation argument argue that it relies heavily on speculative assumptions and lacks concrete evidence. They caution that while advanced simulations may be theoretically possible, it is entirely different to claim we are currently participants in one. The responsibility of rigorous philosophical inquiry rests on evaluating these assumptions critically, questioning the foundation upon which they are built. Moreover, scientific inquiry into the nature of the universe itself continues to yield fascinating results, from quantum mechanics to the fabric of space-time. Some researchers even posit that the universe's intricate structure could resemble something akin to a computational framework, leading to further speculation on the validity of the simulation argument. Could our universe genuinely operate under computational principles designed by an advanced intelligence? The debate over the simulation argument remains lively and ongoing. New technological advancements, philosophical insights, and sociological trends continue to provide fresh perspective. This exploration encourages us not only to question the nature of our reality, but also to engage in fundamental discussions about consciousness, existence, and what it means to be human. Ultimately, whether we are in a simulation or not may remain an open question. The implications of such a possibility are vast and complex, leading to a richer understanding of life and consciousness. Engaging with these ideas allows us to appreciate our existence from a different vantage point, enhancing the mystery and wonder of our journey in this vast cosmos. So, as you navigate your thoughts through this conceptual realm, consider the layers of reality that may exist. Whether we dwell in a vivid simulation or the original fabric of existence, the exploration of these ideas fuels our curiosity and broadens our understanding of the universe we inhabit. Glitches in the matrix are curious phenomena reported by individuals that challenge our understanding of reality. Imagine a day when everything feels just slightly off, as if the fabric of existence is unraveling. These accounts often involve bizarre occurrences that leave people questioning the nature of their world. For instance, consider the experience of someone who steps into an elevator and presses the button for their floor, only to find themselves unintentionally transported to an entirely different floor that should not exist in their building. Upon exiting, they may notice things are unsettlingly quiet, or perhaps the layout of the corridor is unfamiliar. The moment leaves them pondering how such a mishap could ever occur in the rigid structure of reality. Another popular story includes people experiencing a moment where time seems to stand still. Picture someone walking down a bustling street when suddenly everything freezes. The cars, the pedestrians, even the details of the buildings around them come to a halt. This person might feel isolated in a bubble, with the entire world paused for just a brief second. Then, just as quickly as it began, everything resumes, leaving them questioning whether they truly saw what they thought they witnessed. There are accounts of déjà vu moments stretching beyond the ordinary. Imagine making a cup of coffee in the morning, when a sudden wave of familiarity washes over you. As you glance around your kitchen, it dawns on you that you have experienced this very moment before, despite it being seemingly mundane. The unexpected realization may elicit feelings of both comfort and alarm. Was there something special about that morning? Or did time fold in on itself? Odd coincidences also weave into these narratives. One man shares how he found a keychain that looked identical to one he lost years ago. He had given up hope of ever seeing it again, And yet here it was, in the exact spot where he thought he'd never find it. The unease lay not just in the return of the object, but in the eerily perfect match. Could it be that alternate realities overlap, allowing a piece of a different life to seep through? Others share stories of meeting strangers who seem to know them, even though they have never crossed paths before. One woman recounts a trip to a remote cafe, where the barista mistakenly calls her by her middle name, one she hardly ever uses. Flabbergasted, she turns to ask how he knew her name, but the barista offers no explanation, merely smiling as if he was expected to have that information. This experience raises questions about connection and the threads that weave people's lives together, sometimes in unpredictable ways. Similarly, there are instances involving familiar places. A person might visit a hometown after several years and find that a beloved park has disappeared, replaced by a building that was never there before. Emotion swells as they confront a profound sense of loss. How could a place so ingrained in their memory suddenly vanish, leaving them grappling with the question of what is real and what is simply a concoction of a fading memory? Some narratives recount interactions with pets that seem to possess an otherworldly understanding. A cat may stare intently at a seemingly empty space. The human watching this might feel an odd shiver, as if the cat sees something just beyond the veil of reality. Are there spirits, or perhaps reflections from another dimension, existing in these overlapping worlds? One particularly striking example involves a child claiming to recall a past life, telling their parents detailed stories about events and places they've never actually known. These moments are both fascinating and unsettling, as they push the boundaries of what we accept as possible. How can a young child, with no clear exposure to certain histories or experiences, articulate such vivid memories? Within these instances lies a thread of intrigue and exploration. People often report a sense of heightened awareness following such occurrences. They become more observant, diving deeper into the realm of the extraordinary hidden within the ordinary. They start noticing the nuances of their environment, such as the way sunlight casts shadows or how the wind rustles the leaves. And with that heightened sensitivity, the world transforms into a canvas of possibility. As we reflect on these stories, the cumulative effect creates a tapestry of human encounters with the enigmatic and the unknown. Perhaps these glitches serve as reminders that reality may not be as rigid as it seems, encouraging us to look beyond the obvious and explore the hidden stories that lie just beneath the surface. Life is filled with unexplained moments, urging us to question what we know and inspire us to seek understanding in the unexpected. In the end, whether these experiences are vestiges of another world, manifestations of our subconscious, or simple coincidences, they remind us that our reality is rich with mystery. Each story adds depth to our understanding of existence, prompting us to keep our eyes open for the curious events that unfold in our daily lives, blurring the lines between what we perceive as normal and what dwells just outside our personal dimensions of reality. Keep an open mind and embrace the oddities, for in them lies the wonder of the universe, always ready to reveal the invisible threads connecting us all. In the fascinating world of quantum mechanics, there exists a phenomenon that challenges our understanding of reality. This phenomenon is known as quantum tunneling, a process that allows particles to pass through barriers that classical physics would deem insurmountable. At first glance, this concept seems like something straight out of science fiction. Yet it is a fundamental aspect of our universe that highlights the strange and intriguing behavior of matter at the smallest scale. To grasp the essence of quantum tunneling, we must first understand the nature of particles. In the classical world, We envision particles, such as balls, rolling along a surface. If we place an obstacle in their path, they cannot simply go through it. They either roll around it or come to a stop. However, at the quantum level, particles do not behave like little balls. Instead, they exhibit wave-like properties, allowing them to exist in multiple states simultaneously, thanks to the principles of superposition. This wave-like behavior creates a scenario where particles can often be found in states that classical physics cannot accommodate. Imagine a scenario where a particle, such as an electron, encounters a potential barrier. According to classical physics, if the particle does not have enough energy to surpass the barrier, it should reflect back, much like a marble hitting a wall. However, quantum mechanics tells a different story. The wave associated with the particle can extend into regions beyond the barrier itself. Although the probability of finding the particle on the far side of the barrier decreases exponentially, there remains a non-zero chance that it could appear there. This is quantum tunneling in action, where the electron effectively borrows energy to tunnel through the barrier and emerge on the other side. One of the most intriguing aspects of quantum tunneling is that it hints at a connection to alternate realities or parallel universes. In the framework of some interpretations of quantum mechanics, every time a quantum event occurs, the universe can branch off into multiple realities. Thus, when a particle tunnels through a barrier, it is not merely moving from one side to another. It may also imply interactions with alternate paths or realities that classical physics cannot perceive. This leads to philosophical questions about the nature of existence and the multitude of potential outcomes that ripple through the fabric of the universe. Quantum tunneling is not just an abstract concept. It has real-world applications that extend into various fields. One of the most significant examples is found in nuclear fusion, the process that powers our sun. In stellar cores, hydrogen nuclei must overcome their mutual electrostatic repulsion to collide and fuse into helium. However, the temperatures and pressures required for this reaction are immense, and at classical levels, there seems to be insufficient energy for this fusion to occur. Yet, due to quantum tunneling, hydrogen nuclei can tunnel through the potential barrier, allowing fusion to occur under conditions present in the sun. This magnificent interplay of quantum mechanics powers entire stars, providing energy and light to our solar system. Another practical illustration of quantum tunneling can be seen in modern electronics. Quantum tunneling is a vital mechanism in the function of tunnel diodes and transistors found in every electronic device. These components utilize tunneling to switch signals and store information efficiently. The ability of electrons to move through barriers at the microscopic level has revolutionized technology, leading to the creation of faster computers and more efficient energy solutions. In addition to its practical applications, quantum tunneling raises profound philosophical questions. It challenges our concepts of determinism and causality. The idea that particles can traverse barriers spontaneously suggests that reality may be far more complex than our intuitive understanding suggests. This leads us to ponder the nature of existence itself. Are there other realities where different outcomes of particle behavior occur? How does the act of observation influence the behavior of quantum particles? These questions continue to intrigue scientists and philosophers alike, fostering a deeper exploration of the universe's mysteries. As we delve deeper into the realms of quantum physics, we are faced with a reality that often defies common sense. The implications of quantum tunneling extend beyond the confines of physics and into the very fabric of existence, where possibilities and alternate realities dance at the edges of our understanding. This remarkable phenomenon serves as a reminder that the universe is full of surprises, and our fascination with its intricacies continues to inspire curiosity and wonder. The more we explore, the more we realize just how little we truly understand, making the quest for knowledge a never-ending journey. Biocentrism is a fascinating theory that invites us to reconsider the fundamental nature of reality and consciousness. At its core, this perspective suggests that it is consciousness itself that creates the universe we experience. This concept stands in stark contrast to traditional scientific views that consider consciousness merely as a byproduct of physical processes. Biocentrism challenges us to think about our existence in a radically different way. Imagine if instead of being passive observers of the universe, we were active participants in its creation. This idea posits that life and consciousness are not just incidental features of the universe, but rather that they are the very foundation upon which reality is built. According to biocentrism, the universe does not exist in a fixed form independent of our perception. Instead, it comes into being through our consciousness. This shifts the paradigm from seeing consciousness as a mere effect of physical matter to understanding it as the central element in the creation of all that we see around us. To grasp this idea, consider the phenomenon of quantum mechanics, where particles exist in a state of probability until they are observed. When an observer interacts with a particle, it resolves into a specific state. This suggests a strong connection between observation, rooted in consciousness, and the manifestation of reality. In this sense, consciousness plays a pivotal role in shaping the universe by bringing potential realities into actual existence. One of the most intriguing implications of biocentrism is the notion of infinite alternate realities. If consciousness is the cornerstone of existence, then every choice, thought, or observation creates a branching of possibilities. Each moment teems with potential outcomes and realities, waiting to be realized. This means there could be an infinite number of parallel universes, each representing different choices made or paths taken. The universe we perceive is just one among countless others, each unique and rich with different experiences, beings, and environments. For example, imagine standing at a fork in the road where you can choose to go left or right. In classical terms, you'd take one path, and the other option remains unexplored. However, under the biocentrism framework, when you choose one path, you don't just affect your current reality. You also create another version of yourself who took the other path, continuing on that countless alternate journey. Each decision leads to the unfolding of diverse timelines, potentially leading to vastly different outcomes, experiences, and lives. This idea can be likened to a branching tree of experiences, where each choice creates a new limb, each filled with its own unique adventures. The more we explore this concept, the more we realize how interconnected everything is. Our daily experiences, interactions, and thoughts are not isolated. They shape not just our personal narrative, but potentially touch upon countless variations of ourselves across different realities. The implications for understanding the nature of existence are profound. By recognizing consciousness as key to creation, we shift from a passive worldview to one in which we are more actively engaged. It empowers us to realize that our thoughts and perceptions hold immense power. We are not mere spectators in the universe. We are creators and co-creators, affecting the fabric of reality through our conscious choices. This perspective aligns with many mystical and philosophical traditions that emphasize the importance of awareness and intention. It suggests a deep interconnections between ourselves and the universe, a mutual relationship that unveils deeper meanings of existence. As we delve into this concept, we can appreciate the significance of our conscious experience and understand that we possess the ability to influence not just our reality, but the construct of the universe itself. Biocentrism opens a door to endless possibilities, inviting us to reflect on how our perception shapes our reality. Every heartbeat, every thought, every moment is an opportunity to engage with life on many levels. As we reconnect with this understanding, we might find ourselves exploring new dimensions of personal growth and creativity. This insight integrates our internal landscape of thoughts and feelings with the external world, suggesting that our experience is rich, fluid, and interconnected. As you contemplate the implications of biocentrism, consider how this perspective can affect your approach to daily life. How might it change your interactions with those around you? Could this understanding encourage you to embrace creativity, cultivate empathy, or explore your thoughts more deeply? The possibilities are endless, and in each moment, we have the opportunity to shape our world and the worlds around us. So, the next time you find yourself navigating life's choices, remember this: every decision is not just a path you tread, it is a pathway to infinite realities. You are not just here to observe, but to engage, create, and experience the richness of existence in all its forms. Embrace the mystery of consciousness, for it is the very essence of life that makes the universe vibrant and alive. Through this lens, we can begin to see ourselves as a vital part of the cosmos, threading together the tapestry of existence, one awareness at a time. Astral projection has intrigued individuals throughout history, manifesting captivating stories of consciousness, exploring realms beyond the physical world. The exploration of these astral planes often leads to encounters with extraordinary phenomena, layers of reality that reflect the myriad facets of existence itself. As individuals delve into these experiences, they frequently relay accounts that are both compelling and thought-provoking. Imagine a person lying in their bed, the room dimly lit, as they gradually drift into a state of relaxation. Suddenly, they report feeling a distinct sensation of rising, their body becoming lighter as if buoyed by an unseen force. In an instant, they find themselves floating above their physical form, gazing down at their sleeping body. This profound awareness sparks a sense of freedom, as the limitations of the physical realm seem to dissolve into insignificance. In one fascinating account, a woman described an experience wherein she intentionally projected her consciousness to visit a friend living on the other side of the country. In this state, she vividly saw her friend's home, recognized the different rooms, and even interacted with the lively atmosphere inside. Upon sharing her experience with her friend the following day, she was amazed to learn that her friend had hosted a party during the same period. The descriptions matched perfectly, reinforcing her belief in the validity of her journey. Many accounts speak of the ability to traverse not just geographical distances, but also dimensions of time. Some individuals have reported visiting their younger selves, witnessing pivotal moments in their lives that shaped who they are today. One man recounted an experience where he observed himself as a child, feeling a deep emotional connection to the innocent version of himself. This journey became a transformative experience, allowing him to confront and heal from past traumas. There are also narratives of journeys through ethereal landscapes, where individuals describe flying through luminescent forests or gliding over shimmering oceans. In these realms, the colors are more vivid, the sounds more vibrant, creating a sensory tapestry that feels richer than ordinary life. Some have encountered strange creatures or spiritual guides, entities that seem to exist purely within these astral dimensions, conveying messages of wisdom and insight. These unique interactions often leave profound impacts, guiding individuals towards self-discovery or enlightenment. Explorers of the astral planes sometimes encounter challenges as well. In one story, a man found himself in a shadowy realm where he felt an oppressive energy surrounding him. Despite the discomfort, he realized this experience was an opportunity to confront fears that had long haunted him in waking life. This struggle transformed into an empowering realization of his own strength and resilience, pushing beyond the boundaries of his perceived limitations. Another intriguing aspect of astral projection stories is the shared experience phenomenon. Some individuals report journeying together, consciously projecting their awareness with another person. They describe meeting in surreal spaces of mutual imagination, where thoughts and feelings resonate harmoniously. Regardless of distance, these shared ventures reinforce bonds and elevate their connections to a spiritual level beyond ordinary comprehension. Throughout history, many cultures have revered astral projection as a form of spiritual exploration. Ancient texts and philosophies often describe similar practices, suggesting that these experiences tap into a universal phenomenon. Indigenous cultures, for example, have long embraced the idea of soul journeys, using rituals to connect with the spirit world. These narratives emphasize the timelessness of the exploration of consciousness, a testament to the human desire to understand the self and the cosmos. While these tales can feel almost otherworldly, they prompt essential questions about the nature of reality and consciousness itself. What if these astral ventures challenge our understanding of existence? Some theorists propose that the experiences we label as astral projection may be glimpses into parallel universes, where the boundaries of time and space blend into a magnificent tapestry of possibility. The exploration of astral realities continues to draw attention today, especially in an era where mindfulness and spiritual practices are gaining popularity. Modern practitioners seek to cultivate their astral abilities through meditation and various techniques, each one uniquely tailored to enhance the experience. In doing so, they join a long lineage of individuals who have ventured beyond the ordinary framework of reality, who listen to the whispers of the cosmos, and who dare to explore the depths of human consciousness. As we contemplate these astonishing accounts, they encourage us to ponder our own perceptions. What if the boundaries we perceive are merely constructs designed to contain our understanding? Could there be dimensions of existence that quietly coexist beside us, waiting for someone to explore their mysteries? The stories of astral projection beckon to our innate curiosity, urging us to expand our minds and remain open to possibilities beyond the physical realm. With each narrative, we are reminded that the journey of the mind is as vast and uncharted as the universe itself. As we navigate the corridors of consciousness, we carry with us the hope of discovering new realities, not only within the cosmos, but within ourselves. These adventures challenge us to dream, to imagine, and to redefine our understanding of what it means to exist in this intricate tapestry of life. The Mandela effect is a fascinating phenomenon that has captured the attention of many, as it highlights the curious way in which groups of people can remember events, details, or facts quite differently. This collective misremembering has sparked debates and discussions about how memory works, the nature of reality, and the potential for parallel universes. At its core, the Mandela effect refers to instances where a large number of people share the same false memory. The term was coined by Fiona Broome, who discovered that she and many others mistakenly recalled Nelson Mandela dying in prison during the 1980s, rather than in 2013, as history record. This intriguing aspect of human cognition raises questions about the reliability of our memories. We often assume that our recollections are accurate, and that we can confidently draw upon our experiences to inform our understanding of the world. However, the Mandela effect illustrates that memory is not always a reliable archive of events. Instead, it can be influenced by social factors, cultural narratives, and even the sheer power of suggestion. One of the most popular examples of the Mandela effect is the collective memory surrounding the children's book series, The Berenstain Bears. Many people insist that the beloved bears were actually spelled Berenstain with an E. This widespread belief has led to animated discussions among fans and casual observers alike as they confront the dissonance between their memories and the actual title. Such examples make it clear that there is a divergence between personal recollection and recorded history, sparking curiosity about how groups of people can collectively misremember a fact. The Mandela effect doesn't end with books and tales of celebrity passings. It extends to various aspects of pop culture, from songs to movie lines. A classic instance involves a line from the movie Star Wars. Many fans assert that Darth Vader famously declared, "Luke, I am your father." However, the actual line is slightly different. "No, I am your father." The slight variation has caused immense confusion and conversation, with people passionately defending their version of the film. This discrepancy leads us to explore the concepts of collective memory and social construction. Our memories are often shaped by the conversations we have, the media we consume, and the manner in which stories are shared within our communities. This is particularly prominent in the age of the Internet, where information is disseminated rapidly, creating shared experiences that may reinforce false memories. Social media platforms and forums have become breeding grounds for these discussions, allowing people to connect over their shared memories and disagreements, thereby feeding the cycle of the Mandela effect. Another dimension to consider is how language and culture affect our perceptions of reality. For instance, take the famous logo of a fruit company that features an apple. Some individuals remember the apple having a bite taken out of it, while others visualize it as completely whole. These differing memories reveal the ways in which brands and symbols can be interpreted uniquely across various cultures. Language nuances can also impact how individuals synthesize information, potentially leading to a blend of memories that results in a false collective memory. Exploring the psychology behind the Mandela effect brings us to the study of cognitive biases. Confirmation bias, for example, plays a significant role. People tend to search for information that confirms what they already believe, strengthening their version of events. This can lead to the formation of echo chambers, where false memories are reinforced through social reinforcement. Understanding this bias helps explain why some groups staunchly hold onto their memories of events that never occurred, fostering a sense of belonging among those who share those experiences. The Mandela effect also opens the door to conversations about alternative realities or parallel universes, as creative thinkers have proposed that these discrepancies in memory could suggest the existence of alternate timelines. While these theories might seem tantalizingly speculative, they encourage us to reevaluate our understanding of reality itself. Are we all living in shared timelines, or does our perception of truth differ based on individual experiences? Beyond the realm of memory, this phenomenon encourages introspection about our beliefs and how they shape our understanding of the past. Many historical events evoke strong emotions in people because they tap into cultural narratives and collective experiences that transcend generations. A nostalgic reference to a shared experience, such as a classic toy or a landmark event, holds immense power to unite or divide groups based on their memories. As we delve deeper into the Mandela effect, we find that it functions as a mirror to society's evolving relationship with truth and memory. The intricate weave of personal memory, societal influences, and technological advancements creates a complex landscape of understanding. The shared connections formed by these experiences build a community, yet they can also highlight the fractures that arise from differing perceptions. The Mandela effect exemplifies the beauty and complexity of human cognition, as well as the power of collective belief. It invites us to engage in dialogue about how our memories shape our realities, and why certain beliefs can become so widely accepted, despite lacking a basis in fact. This exploration of our memories teaches us not only about the past, but also about how we navigate the present and anticipate the future. Whether we choose to view these discrepancies as mere artifacts of flawed memory or as signs of something more profound, the conversation around the Mandela effect is sure to continue, fostering both wonder and inquiry in equal measure.